Hey, welcome everybody to Blackwater D&D, where the dice may not be kind, but we are.
Oh,
That's really
nice.
Popping
That's
off the dome. Popping off the dome. That one was fresh.
You've been like getting real wholesome with those openings, and I'm here for it, honestly.
I realized I may not always be able to be funny, but I can always be earnest.
If you can't be funny, be earnest. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna jump right into announcements because we have a bunch of them. We're just gonna get it. We're gonna go for it. Because we're gonna talk a lot about our super stream drive that's happening tomorrow. Oh shit. Buckle up, babies. Here we go.
Yes!
That was so close.
Fucking dancing on the edge.
Big thank you to our sponsors, Legendcraft, a nerdy woodworking company from Calgary. We are also proud to be sponsored by Modern Arcana, makers of fine shirts, prints, and mugs adorned with 5e spells. Check them out, and if something tickles your fancy, enter the code Blackwater at checkout for a discount. Love as always to our dice goddess Keisha. Check her out at fairydragon_dice, and our campaign artist is the incomparable Tiana Kovacevic. You can find her at miss._marston on Instagram. All of our official art for this campaign and beyond is done by her. Neither of them are accepting commissions at this moment. I'm sorry. Speaking of their art, do you want to get some of that art on your bod? You do, and also on other things. So we have a merch store, type merch in the chat to get a link to our Redbubble store, where we have a bunch of designs on products like shirts and hoodies and shower curtains and aprons and journals and dad hats and more. So please go do that if that's something that you want to do. Thank you very much. Our Discord is a lovely, amazing place where we drop a bunch of early looks at stuff and also just hang out with our wonderful community. Type Discord to find the link in the chat. While we're streaming, hang out here in Twitch chat. And then if this is the party, that is the after party. So go over there afterwards and do that. Lore Club. I love Lore Club. These wonderful, amazing people are dedicated to chronicling the history of this campaign from the very beginning, before we started streaming. Type !lore in the chat and you'll find a link to a Google form where our amazing mod and captain of Lore Club himself, the New Experience Network, has set up an unbelievable community lore project, and you can find him there and join in the fun. We have a winner of our Clip of the Month contest.
Ooh.
There were 10 clips submitted for the last month, so thank you very much for all of you who have submitted clips. And our winner is Kay. Kay, you submitted the best clip. Thank you so much. Kay submitted the clip talking about how in the scar, sometimes you get eaten, or sometimes you eat, and then sometimes you get eaten, which was from our last episode, and it was perfectly cut and just a mwah. So thank you very much. You can whisper your address to us at BlackwaterDnD here in the chat. I'm going to send you something nice. You can also tell us who your favorite character is if you have one. And if you don't, that's okay too. I will still send you something delightful. To those of you who would like to also get involved, just clip something and send it to us in our Discord under the gifts and clips section, or you can tweet at us, or you can send it to us on Instagram. Real easy. For those of you out there who are waiting for your rewards, the giveaways that I promise I'm getting on them. I got a lot of stuff on my plate with the subathon, so we're getting them to you. I love you very much. They are getting out there. The post is slow. I am slow. We're getting them to you. They will be on their way very shortly. So you can also head on over to YouTube to stay caught up with all of our previous episodes. Ring that little subscription bell, and you can type !YouTube to go do that. I'm gonna just jump right into what we're fucking doing tomorrow. Our super stream drive starts tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time here on the Blackwater D&D channel. Our schedules are for Sunday to Wednesday are posted on socials, and the further we get, the more schedules I will release. We have schedules all the way till Saturday at 6 p.m. before our next session, which is session 150, episode 75. It's a big one for us. We're very, very excited. If you have subscriptions, please wait. Don't do them now. Tomorrow, when the stream drive starts, so that we can extend this as long as possible. We are going to want to bring you as much content as we can. It is a 48-hour minimum with maximum, I calculated it out, 150 hours of content.
I really hope
to bring to you
that we get to Saturday so we can see what 5 levels of exhaustion actually looks like on a real human being.
Really
Adam helming this monster.
I will
Yes.
say while
God.
we're doing the intro, I am fiddling with the OBS. Like I'm working every moment that I'm not actively playing D&D. I'm doing stuff. I'm like, I got time. I can do this.
We
man.
have been, Adam especially, very, very hard at work over the last month, bringing you just some amazing pre-recorded stuff. There will be a lot of live stuff as well throughout the week with us, your favorite Blackwater folks, and also members of our, not only our community, like our mods and some of our viewers that you know and love, but also some of our friends from across different games. We are going to be bringing a whole bunch of lovely folks to come hang out with you across a whole bunch of different content. And oh, bananas, there is so much content. You can see it across Adam's face, just how much content there is that he has been managing. Very much content. I recorded one last night called Favored Frenemies, which is Mean Girls meets D&D, and boy howdy did we have a good time. I threw out a lot of DM inspiration and it was delightful.
We got 4 pre-records done last night, folks.
Holy shit, we did that. We have been busting those butts. There are, so if you would like to get involved, please come hang out with us starting tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time. And we're just so grateful for everything that you folks have done for our amazing community. Every sub and every donation will extend our stream by minutes, 1 minute for every $1, 5 minutes for every sub. We'll be doing subs or donations through Streamlabs. So you can type !donate to figure the link to that is live and should be ready to go, but wait till tomorrow. We also have !rewards. I dropped it in the chat earlier, but type !rewards now, and you can take a look at a public Google file that shows you not only our sub rewards, like for if you gift subs or all that kind of stuff, if your donation rewards, if you drop a donation in the chat, as well as our donation goals. There's stuff in there from 500 all the way up to 15,000. So if you're going to do a stream drive, you got to dream big. We have big dreams for all of the things that we want to do at our channel. The biggest thing being a live show. We would love to do a live show. We also would love to do a live, like an in-person studio. We want our, like this animated intro that we've all been working really hard to work towards. There's a very super secret one at $1,500 that I'll talk about, but then that's all I'm going to say. There's a bunch of one-shots that we want to bring you, other content that we want to bring you as well. So this is just such an amazing thing. And I'm really proud of the people that I sit and play D&D with every week. And our wonderful, amazing producer, Cody, who's here.
Babe.
He's so babely, and we love him very much. And we're very, very grateful to all of you out in this community. So if you would like to get involved, you can donate. You can sub. You can also sub with your Amazon Prime. You get a free Twitch sub every month. Tell your families who have Amazon Prime. Signing up for Twitch is very easy, and linking your Amazon Prime is very easy. They can do it 1 month and it won't charge them anything. So get everyone you know to give us their Prime subs for 1 month, please, because we would like to bring you.
Y'all got some Prime subs.
Please give me a Prime sub.
Just ask them for their passwords and do it for them.
And do them for them. That's what I'm going to do for my family. So we are so grateful to have you folks here with us, being with us as we tell this beautiful story. It's fucking great. I love it. And we've all been working really hard. And it's sometimes very it's a lot, but it's the best. So whether you're new with us tonight or you've been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely. And we are so happy to have you hanging out with us at our table. I hope you feel really, really welcome here. And now, Cody, can you drop that clip? Roll the clip. Cody, the clip.
Oh, the clip.
Yanis, I love you.
Ba-da-da-doom, ba-da-da-doom, yeah, yeah, yeah. When you're stuck in quarantine and there's nothing on TV, come on down, come and see Blackwater D&D.
That'll be my bit, seeing
right.
how close we can do for that. And Yanis finishing a dessert bit in every intro. Go, Tim.
Okay. I thought you were gonna... Oh man. Almost got me again. Okay, so for those of you just joining us tonight, last week Blackwater traveled to the plane of air to seek out the Titan Grumbar. After speaking to the air titan Akati, who offered her support after arriving in the Scar, the party spent a bit of time shopping in and taking in the changes that had taken place in the city. Then they made their way to the Dreamwalker, who opened up the path to the Heartstones at the bottom of the chasm, a path usually reserved for pets making their pilgrimage to carve their offspring. They made their way down the dark tunnels, avoiding disorienting minerals and perilous walkways, and after passing through a long series of sliding stones, they were ambushed by a massive worm, stunning and swallowing several party members. They managed to dispatch the worm after a difficult fight and sat down for a rest near its carcass, when the carcass began to shake violently. Are you guys all getting an echo, or is it just me?
Just you?
Just you.
Just me. Okay, great. That's not going to drive me crazy.
Oh yeah, that's right. We slept by the carcass.
So by the carcass.
Fucking
so,
cuz.
are you getting it now?
Nope.
Here we go. Oh, now it stopped. I'm in heaven. So you, Callie and Nepentha were by the carcass when the worm started to shake violently. What would you like to do?
I am going to ready. I'm going to basically hold my action. Oh my God, what spell levels do I have left? I didn't cast that many spells last round. I am going to hold a 4th level. I'm going to ready my action essentially with a 4th level blight. If I see a live worm come through or anything that's going to try and eat us, and I'm just going to grab Callie's hand.
Okay.
I'm going to ready a sword attack because that's what I can do.
Okay. So as everyone is still kind of resting around you, you watch as it shakes violently again, and from inside of the worm, you see 2 large insect-like creatures burst out. I need you both to roll initiative, please.
I hate this.
It says something about my mental state currently that when you started that music, scared me so badly.
I thought it was Adam's computer
startled me
humming. I'm not
so much.
I know.
I can't wait for next Saturday to see how tired I am, because right now I'm just like just so wall-eyed.
All right. So everyone else can also roll initiative, but it will be at disadvantage. Those of you who are resting
Well, we're so
would have been woken by this kind of sound.
I got a 13.
I got a dirty 20. If our stuff goes off, first thing that comes through is going to have to roll a con save for me. My buggy guy.
2 things.
Well, the one that comes through first.
Okay. All right. And what was yours, letters, Kale and Finnan?
13.
13 as well.
11.
All right.
And
We'll say
17.
Ooh,
I have
like
a +3 to
sleeper
my initiative.
games.
good. I'll put you behind Callie just because
That
you
makes
were
sense.
at disadvantage and
That
because
tracks.
you were waking up.
I like that as a home roll. If you're rolling disadvantage, you go last.
Yeah. Letters. What was yours? Sorry.
11.
11, and Kale was 17. All right. Okay, so Neppy, you see these 2 almost crystalline ant-like creatures, quite large, kind of burst through a hole in this worm. You can see kind of viscera pouring down them as they come out and confront you. It's a pretty small space that you're in right now, so your blight does go off, so you can. It's
a con save.
Con save. Ooh, that's a failure. That's only a 7.
Amazing. So that is going to take 8d8 necrotic. Pass me some d8s, my babies. Please pass me your d8s through the internet.
Oh yes, of course.
What we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you, Sean.
Welcome.
Oh, that's good. There's 7s and 8s in there. 8. That is going to be 22, 27, 8, 30, 34. So it's going to be 34. I didn't roll super great on that one. 34 points of necrotic damage.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you
Oh,
watch.
sorry, and 2 more dice because that was only 6. 43. Sorry, I lied to you.
Nice. No, it's all good. So you can see inside the kind of crystalline exoskeleton. You can it is almost kind of opaque, and you can kind of see inside of its inner workings, and you can see it's like this like black energy kind of like streak across its organs and things like that as it kind of like it vibrates in pain.
Is there anybody sleeping next to me?
They're all just kind of starting to wake up as they all would have heard this thing kind of burst through.
I just go, let's go.
All right, it is now Kale, your turn. As you kind of wake up, you are prone on the ground, but they are close by, so even with your movement, you're kind of right up near them.
I don't have that much stuff left. Just waking up, instinctively see it. I'm just gonna reach out and cast Firebolt.
Okay.
It's a 24 to hit.
That does hit. Are you attacking the one that Neppy hit or the other one?
Whichever one I would see first. I mean, this is like a eyes open, see monster, shoot fireball.
Yeah. I would say you probably attack the one that Neppy did because it was the first one out.
All right.
Fireball or firebolt?
Firebolt. Sorry,
Okay.
Firebolt.
I was like, wait a
Fireball,
minute.
You all wake up into fire.
Not good, not good. Ooh, very bad, very bad. 8 points of damage, not good.
Well, not
Okay.
good.
8 points
So yeah,
of
so you
fire
see it
damage.
kind of like some of the crystal kind of heats up, and again kind of vibrates in pain. All right, it is now the crystal ant's turn.
Ew.
The first one, the one that attacked, that jumped out first, is going to attack you, Neppy.
Okay,
First with its bite.
go for it.
That is that's only a 16 to hit.
Nope.
Okay. And that's it's then going to swing around and it's going to try to get you. You now see as it swings, it has a massive stinger on its butt.
Okay,
Oh, busting
Um, That is a 20 to hit, not natural.
that is my armor class. Yes.
So you take.
You'll have good armor.
A cleric, I kind of have to.
Not so bad. 4 points of bludgeoning damage and.
Okay.
I realize I have +1 armor because of my dual wielding. I'd forgotten to do that.
And 29 points of radiant damage.
Heck yeah, dude.
As you see this thing kind of pulse with light, it kind of bounces around the crystals as it stings you.
Radiant, huh?
Boy bug.
All right, and then the next one is going to attack you, Kale. Did you get up when you cast the firebolt? Did you just do it from the ground?
I would have done it from the ground, but I would have used my action to get up, and then I don't know if it's free action to draw my 2 swords. But I would've-
So you
I would have
can
done that
sort
as well.
Then it's going to go after you, Letters, because you're still on the ground.
I am still on the ground.
So
Very
it's
sleepy.
I have
Sleepy
a.
boy.
Ooh, I have a thing.
Oh.
Yep.
Name your
Sorry.
thing.
Name your thing. Johnson.
It's not a bad name. I can, using my connection to the plane, I can, when a creature you see within 60 feet of you is about to roll d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being advantage.
Okay. So it'll just be a
Wow.
single roll.
This is just a regular roll.
So for the first one, that's a 20, not natural.
We will shield. I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
So as
want-
you it comes down with its like crystal
Ugh.
mandibles, you kind of, but then it is going to try to reach underneath and get you with its stinger.
No.
That is a 25 to hit.
That'll do it.
I love that you had to figure it out. That's gross.
Like
So-
how?
9 points of bludgeoning damage,
Ooh-wee.
and
This dull stinger.
20 points of radiant damage.
Oh, sir.
Wow.
All right, that is the ant's turn.
I like to think of radiant damage as literal just radiation.
Ah.
Yeah, they're kind of glowy.
They're just
white
opening a
crystals.
microwave at you.
Gods are radioactive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, it is now Callie's turn. You would have also gotten you ready to sword attack, so we should also resolve that. We'll say you hit the other one as it came through.
Okay. So I'm hitting it with my sword now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can take your turn as normal.
Cool.
Sword smash.
Smash.
One sword attack, or do I get two when I was readying with the...
You readied an attack action, so I think it would be the full 2.
Very
Cool
cool.
DM.
Spink
Cool
bang.
DM.
Very cool.
Now that's rules as written, baby. I mean, yes, he is cool, but
He is cool. Do you see that
Otherwise, it
mustache?
gives
Tim's
It's
Casters
so
cool.
cool.
that
big advantage.
I'm
A
hip with the rules.
27 and a 17.
17 does not hit, but the 27 does.
Okay. Okay.
And do
Oh.
separate the radiant damage for me, please.
I will
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
of those critters who can't be affected by radiant or necrotic.
That was like when we were in, I forget where we were, but everything was immune to radiant and necrotic, and we were fucked.
It was the Shadowfell.
Yes.
It's so nice that I
No,
have...
wasn't that the Shadowfell? That was in Garyang. It was those
Oh, that was
giants.
in, yeah, the giants. Yeah. That, I
So
mean,
nice
also
that
the
I have
Shadowfell.
all
Sorry,
of
Len.
my spell slots, because I just didn't do anything last fight.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schmite. Smote.
Will Smite do anything, though? Because it's
Oh, it's radiant.
radiant.
Yeah.
We don't
You're
know
not
if
sure.
they're immune to it. They could just be resistant.
I know I've asked this before.
Mm-hmm.
With my sword, is the D8 or the D...
And
The base damage for your sword is a D10.
But you get an extra D8
Special.
as a paladin at higher
Yeah.
levels. That is all just slashing damage.
Yeah.
Anything that isn't smite damage is just slashing.
The paladin extra D8 might be radiant.
Oh boy. What's
I
up,
can't-
Google?
I don't know.
So, wait. So what am I separating? Sorry. I'm
Just
separating.
any radiant damage that you're doing.
And that is my D8?
Let me double check.
Here we go. Let's get into it.
Let's
Yeah,
get into it. This is the.
Oh, it's 1d8 slashing, 1d8 radiant.
Yeah, so yeah, that 1d8. And if you do any smite.
I
that
do
would
a
all be radiant.
smite. Okay. And then the plus to it isn't?
Yeah,
No.
whenever you hit a creature with a melee weapon, that takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
Yeah.
So it's 1d10 plus your strength of slashing. Everything else is radiant.
Mhm.
We got there.
Okay, so it's 4 radiant, 8 slashing, plus... I'm using a previous Callie cheat sheet. It's plus 7, I think, now, with
Mhm.
my strength going up.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So you see as you hit it with the radiant energy, you see some of it kind of scatters out and kind of reflects back into the room. We'll say, because Letters is there, you are there. You both take 2 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, fresh.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
It's a spicy monster.
okay.
But it did seem to have an effect. The radiant damage did seem to have an effect on it. Just not
Okay.
as much as you'd hoped.
I'm gonna hit it again.
Okay.
Or just, like, this is my turn now, I guess.
Yeah, this is your regular turn.
Okay. Good lord. Well, the first one doesn't hit because I rolled a 3.
Nice.
Dang.
Nice.
And then
Nice.
26.
26 hits. Yep.
Okay. Mm. 2 points of radiant damage and 3 points of
Oh.
slashing, and then plus 7.
So, all right. So you're
Len, what's the plus on your sword to hit?
I think it's
12?
yes.
Okay, great.
Nice. So you, Letters, and Callie, you each take 1 point of radiant damage.
And then if I'm resistant to something and it's 1 point of damage,
You don't take any.
you don't take any.
nice.
All right. Would you like to do anything with your bonus action?
I'll no.
All right. It is now Finnan's turn.
Yes. I have 2 points of exhaustion, so I have half movement. When I stand up, is there anything near me?
Yeah, they're
Like within 5 feet?
Yeah, I would say
I'm not-
both of them are
I'm not
within
moving
5
much.
feet.
Cool. I'm gonna
Pretty crowded.
sword and spear out. I'm gonna bonus action cast my last spell because I didn't take a short rest because I hadn't finished my long rest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Spirit Shroud again as like motes of light and shadow start swirling around me and like gathering from the ground. And I'm gonna swing the sword twice on
Nice.
this dumb bug.
Are you
Stupid
attacking the
bug.
one that Neppy hit or the one that Callie is hitting?
Odds Neppy, evens Callie. It's a 4, so I'm attacking Callie.
Okay.
I'm attacking Callie's bug.
Okay.
I was the betrayer all along. 2 17s. Oh, so that's for the first attack because I have disadvantage
Yes.
because of 2 points of exhaustion.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, I think that's 3 points.
that's 3 points. So
Yeah.
that's 2 17s, so 2 28s.
Nice.
to
Yeah,
hit with
those
my
both hit.
sword.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nope.
Bang bang.
And separate any cold or radiant damage for me, please.
I just do slashing damage with this
Right.
weapon. Oh, I do necrotic. Does
That's
that
fine.
need to be?
That's
Cool.
fine.
I do a little bit of necrotic. Not a crazy amount. Yeah, 11. Spirit Shroud stuff. Oh shit, Spirit Shroud. I would have had it do a necrotic as well. Is it? Yeah, necrotic. You woke me up in the morning, so I'm all angry and necrotic. 14, 20, 21, 28, 50 points.
Nice.
Very nice.
That
Did I math
will
that badly?
Do it on that one.
Oh, you hit it and you did a bunch of extra damage.
Yeah, I guess I'm
right.
doing
right.
2d8 per. No, I'm just doing 2d8 per hit extra because of Spirit Shroud.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So as you slash down on it, you hit the crystal in such a spot that you watch its carapace fully cracks and shatters and spills across the ground in these slivers. And that ant is down.
Sweet. I also realized that my sword has a plus 11 to each damage attack because of the Thirsting Blade. Yeah.
That'll do it.
Cool. Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, it is Letter's turn.
We just got one of them bugs.
Yep, just one.
Just one of them bugs. But I know there's gonna be more bugs. It's ants. If Neppy said we're running, I'm gonna cover our retreat. I'm just gonna be like, as I get bit awake, and I'll just
Bite your butt. Wake
fucking
up.
Bite your
just
bed.
slam my fists into the ground, and immediately in front of me, directly underneath this bug, I'm just gonna create a wall of fire, just
Okay.
like separating that side of the room and our side of the room.
Yeah.
The bug will still be able to see through it, but any bugs that come afterwards
Mhm.
will not have sight on us. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw. 17 is the number to beat.
Absolutely. Oh, no, that's so bad. That's only 6.
Then my man takes 27 points of fire damage.
Ooh, and that'll do it. You watch the hit. The
Although
crystal
likelihood
kind of
that's my woman. If she's
heats
anything
up
like
and it
regular
just
hands.
kind of like cracks and the crystal goes everywhere. And again, those like shards kind of burst out as you all kind of cover your faces as this light emanates from the bug. But the firewall is up, separating that side of the room where the worm was. And we are back to the top of the order. Do you want to drop out of initiative?
I say
like
we
to do?
just boogie.
I think we should hightail it down the top. We can't stay here. We have to go now.
Okay,
Agreed.
make a perception check. You guys can all make perception checks.
Okay. Oh, that was a journey of that dice. That's cocked. 26.
25.
Okay.
I didn't do better.
14.
Yeah, you, Finnan and Neppy, you can both feel the ground kind of rumbling. It sounds like there are more of these things coming through that worm. So you have bought yourself a bit of time. There is a tunnel forward that kind of goes, kind of bends around and then down.
I look at everyone. Is there any way we can seal this tunnel behind us for now?
This is like a sacred pitch tunnel. I just say we book it.
That's true. We just book it. Yes. Go.
All right.
Let's go.
So you head down the tunnel at top speed, and you can feel the kind of rumbles behind you.
Tim, remind me the two. It's not in my D&D Beyond because the two spells that I got from getting the Spearhead of Relalvin. What were those two? Is Investiture of Crystal, and there was one other one.
Oh, I have to look.
There isn't anything that allows me to like create a wall of crystal that can like seal off a tunnel temporarily, is there?
So I don't think so. But I will look shortly here.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Finnan probably is too foggy in the morning. He doesn't remember. He's like, oh, my spirit does something, but
all right, so you head down the tunnel, and after about 5 minutes or so, and you can still feel that kind of rumbling behind you. It is a little bit quieter now, but like as it kind of curves down and around, it's quite a steep tunnel. It opens up into the chasm proper. It comes to the edge of the wall, and you see a bridge about 30 feet wide that extends across into the darkness. You can't see the end of the bridge.
30-foot wide bridge.
Stone bridge.
How thick was the fucking pathway behind us?
It's quite a bit wider here now. Before, like, the tunnel was probably only about 10 feet wide at the most.
So the darkness is 180 feet. Like, it goes past 180 feet.
It goes well past.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
This stone bridge just extends out into the darkness. You know, it's the cavern. You can barely see a bit of light at the very, like, if you look up.
Should we bind ourselves together so that, because if I fall, and I will say I am probably the least dexterous out of all of you, if I fall, I don't have any way to get myself back up.
Well, here, give me. I'm going to take 10 minutes to cast telepathic bond on us while we discuss our plan.
You can take 10 minutes here?
Well, while they're talking about it, like, I'm going to start casting
behind
it.
Us.
Look, here's the thing.
Okay.
If we come up with a plan real quick, this is outside of it. I know Blackwater sometimes takes a long time to cast a plan. I'm going to take myself out of that planning situation because I know sometimes sound is also important.
Okay.
Begin to cast a ritual, and then if it gets interrupted.
Yeah. I've got 11 minutes, and if we've got time, I would love to just not worry about it.
If we're binding each other, I would like to be separate from that if possible.
We don't have much time. We have to make a decision now because those bugs are going to cool down that tunnel.
Who can make themselves fly? Maybe bind Neppy to letters and Kale to Gali.
I'm okay if I fall. I can misty step back up.
Right.
It's a long fall.
This step won't do it. Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. All right, we're not talking in our heads. Now, you're already too far down. Yeah.
That's a long fall.
You tie yourself to Callie.
If I fall off the edge, I just misty step right back on.
Well,
mechanically, it's not a reaction. If you fall on your turn, you can bonus action back. But technically speaking, you fall 300 feet.
Yeah. Your first round of falling is 300 feet. Unless
wild.
you're slow falling. Then 60.
And guess who didn't bring Featherfall? Because he figured we'd be underground.
It's okay. That's okay.
I can fly.
I did bring Featherfall. No, you're fine.
I can fly, but if there's a need for scouting, I'd prefer to be free.
Neppy, you're with me. Kale, you're with Callie. Oh, the KK. That's great. You can't have a third one of you together. Clack, you're with me too.
Yeah, that's cool. My name starts with a C.
Yeah, it's look. I don't want to run that risk.
All right.
The rumbling is quite a bit louder.
I was gonna say, I feel like the rumbling is getting a little louder.
I hear it, and so we do that. I tie a rope between letters and myself. And
in this moment, I'm gonna use my spear to do something I know I can do, and it's gonna be to summon a horse that runs back down the tunnel,
back towards the.
Like, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that loud.
The tunnels.
It's so
I'm
loud.
getting so anxious.
Let's
We
go.
gotta
Let's go. Let's go.
fucking
Let's go.
Go,
Let's
go,
go.
go,
We go.
let's
Go. Go. Go.
I'll,
We
I'll
start
lead.
going
I'll
down.
lead across.
All right.
Yeah. Neppy and
Ah.
Letters in the middle. I want everyone within 30 feet of me. But we're going. We just
Okay.
fucking go.
All right. So you head out onto the bridge, and as you head out, you move. You get about 100 feet, and you see a number of the ants just kind of crawling up along the tunnels, kind of pouring out. And you watch as they all get to the edge, and they kind of spread out along the edges of that side, but none of them cross the bridge.
Oh.
Ugh.
So you're about 100 feet out onto this bridge.
Oh, I hate this.
I will have you all. How are you making your way across? Are you going quickly? Or are you going?
We were going quickly, but seeing them stop, I can imagine we would.
I mean, us going quickly is only like Finnan going quickly is as fast as us going regular, because he's so exhausted. So we're doing our 30 feet per
Yeah.
turn, as Finnan does his best to dash, I assume.
I'm exhausted too. Second level.
I'm second level of exhaustion as well.
Me too.
Yeah, we did.
Fuck, is Letters the only one who's fine?
I was,
Yes.
Yes.
Sean, I was third, and I got less restorated.
Oh yeah, fuck.
That nap was needed, and
I think
Okay.
a greater restoration.
oh, sorry, greater restoration. Yeah.
Or Kale did, and I gave
Kale
him
did
that,
greater
so yeah.
restorated me.
So we go as fast as our little tired, sad bodies can carry us at this
Okay,
point.
so you're running quickly. Great.
Sure.
Mm.
I mean, half speed.
It's still
Half
half speed.
We
But
are
you're not
moving. We are not moving
Quietly.
stealthily.
Yeah, y'all
I
are
can't-
dashing.
Okay.
I am unable to cast. I'm unable to cast Pass Without a Trace because I've used my third spell slot.
So you continue out into the darkness. You go 200 feet, 300 feet. You lose sight behind you of the other side. You can't see the other side. So you get to 400, 500, 600, 700. You notice how eerily quiet it is in this part of the path. Just this lone bridge in the darkness. You get about probably 1,500 feet. And who's in the lead?
That'd be me.
Yeah.
Finn, and you step forward. And what's your passive perception?
25.
Okay. So,
That's why I lead.
even though you are exhausted,
Yeah.
you kind of stumble a bit, and you watch as you kind of, your foot almost kicks into a very, very, very thin, what looks like webbing.
I stop. There's some, like a web or something.
Can I want to look up.
You can make a perception check.
Yeah. I'm going to grab my holy symbol as I do so and cast guidance on myself. Very quietly under my breath. For her grace is yours alone. That's good. That's good. That's going to be a 29.
Okay. As you look, you kind of peer down, and you can see that thin line across. And you notice that it extends out into the darkness. And you notice there's quite a few lines of webbing kind of darted across the bridge as far as you can see.
I can burn the webs as we go.
I think if they snap, something will be alerted.
I mean, I think not alerting something is maybe past.
How long we're going to be on the rest of this bridge for? Tim, I'm going to take a moment and as an action, I'm going to cast tongues on myself in case I need to talk to something.
Tim,
Mhm.
in my adventuring kit,
Mhm.
which I very, very infrequently use, I have ink
Mhm.
and a bag of blotting sand, which you use to make ink not run. I'm going to combine the two into like a black powder, and then as we go along, I'm going to let it dry, and I'm going to so that it hits the webs.
Okay.
So that they're easier to see as we go along. Basically, I'm just going to try to mark them out with like a light
Nice.
powder.
Nice. Well done.
Anytime
Yeah,
we dip
you
into the
kind of-
adventurer's kit, it's
Lead
You know,
ahead.
Yeah.
Kind of
really
thing.
careful not to like trigger any of them.
Dusting.
Yeah.
And you watch like it is such fine silk.
I'm going to
There's a bit of vibration when something lands on it.
okay.
I'm
Dust
gonna-
must fall on these all the time. You're fine.
I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on myself.
All starting up combat spells.
You just keep going carefully, quietly.
I'll have you all make a stealth check, please.
Oh boy.
And for those of you with exhaustion, it is at disadvantage because this
Disadvantage,
is an ability check.
My
I
armor just
realize-
overcame this.
I
I'll have to make
realize
stealth checks
that
at
I've had a
disadvantage
pearl of
anymore.
power that I've had a 3rd level armor of Agathis stored in. I'm going to cast that on myself right now.
Yeah, we
That's a
gave,
shot
we
in the
gave
bag.
you the,
What's gonna help me?
we
That's-
gave you the pearl of power
that's-
so long ago.
So
my
long
first
ago,
roll
and
was
it's had a 3rd level armor of Agathis in it for a while.
Tim, my first roll was a natural 1.
Is it stealth?
I assume I don't have to roll again because there's not much.
Yeah.
You could roll another natural one. It could be extra embarrassing.
Double ones.
Let's
I
see,
rolled a
that was-
16, Tim, which is
Okay.
pretty good for letters.
A
22.
10. 10.
Hale rolled a 12.
Yeah, we're not a Dexy baby. You
I
know,
rolled 3 or 4 natural ones in a row last session.
You did.
Okay. So as you continue forward,
Oh.
you're probably at about close to 2,000 feet, maybe.
Piss.
And Callie, you trip in your sort of desire to kind of stay stealthy. You're really focused on these wires, really trying to be conscious of not tripping any of them, and you eat it. And you fall onto the ground, and you hear this, like, as your armor clangs, and it just echoes through the chasm.
Yeah.
There's kind of a beat of silence. You sort of stand up and you exhale. And who's around, Callie?
Well, Kale's tied to me.
Kale. You see with almost incredible speed 2 milky white legs extend up from the sides
I'm gonna
and
fucking throw
shoot
up.
forward into Callie.
But it's like Peregrine Took, where he knocks the helmet down the well.
Ah, I'm gonna throw up.
Everything he is.
All right, so the first one is only a 20.
Oh.
And the
was it
second
underneath
one
the pathway?
The natural 20.
is a natural 20.
It
Tim,
not.
trade
Okay.
dice with me. Trade dice with me.
That's a 30 to hit. So Callie, you just in time, you see one and you put your shield up and you like you feel the impact kind of push you back as the other one slams you in the back as you cough forward.
Len, I'm sending you your new cheat sheet right now.
Thank you.
This is your level 16 updated oath cheat sheet. I'm emailing it to you right now.
Fuck. I was like, I realized that I may have used my like
Tim-
shroud
Tim-
ability and I can't fly anymore. But
Tim, you're also scaring the chat. So, like, I'm just telling you that right now.
Just letting you know, Tim.
please don't scare our sweet babies in
Oh,
the
man,
chat.
it's so good that wasn't a critical hit because you are so lucky.
Does it have like a
Um,
special ability on its
mhm.
crits? Yeah, dude.
Um,
Some of those creatures in the Kobold Press
Oh
stuff.
no,
there's,
this
like,
is I made this one.
Oh, you made this.
Tim's been doing so much
Fancy.
homebrewing, you guys.
Wait,
Tim,
Tim,
did I
you-
do something to you?
Tim, you made a creature with like crit hit powers. You know
Yeah.
your wife
Yeah, it was,
plays
like,
in our
based
party.
on-
Right?
Yeah, I know.
But
wasn't
he's
sure
just
how
trying.
space
He's just
carried
trying to
Well,
make
no,
me
'cause-
use up all of them.
Maybe we can separate.
Your new cheat sheet's on the way. And now, Tim, how dare you do that to Lennon, who is canonically our daughter's favorite person?
You take
I am.
you take 17 points of piercing damage.
17.
Ba-ba-ba.
It's not so bad.
All right. As you feel it stab into your back, and I'll have everyone roll initiative for me, please.
Barf. Is
Boy,
initiative an ability check?
Yes, it is.
Heart sandwich.
Oh,
I get that a
Good.
fart is the center of a fart sandwich. Is it just a fart between two pieces of bread?
Yeah.
Great.
Could be a bun too.
Or like a ciabatta or a wrap,
Yeah,
even.
dude, ciabatta fart sandwich, pretty good actually.
It's that thing, when you're making like a, like a doner, and they like open
I'm
up.
sorry, a
pita
what?
to put
A
the
doner?
stuff-
what?
Donner?
Donner?
Look, all right, I went to England and I called it a Donair, and they all gave me shit about it, so I code switched, and now I call it Donner over here, and it's like, it's fucking Donair. I'm like, you know what? They probably pronounce it different in the country of origin, and we're all just bastardizing it. We're all fucking doing it wrong, huh? We're a multicultural society. Some people say words different, and I'm trying to keep up. All right.
I find this rich coming from you, Sean,
Oh,
where
I
you
love
give
you,
me shit
Sean.
about stuff that I say all the time.
Yeah, Adam, Hyundai is a wild hill to die on. That's
I will-
wild to me.
I will let you know that my first words as a child were car names, and it is Hyundai. Thank you very much.
Hyundai.
It's Hyundai like Sunday. They did a whole ad about it.
It's Hyundai.
No, Adam, they came out, they said, this is what we want to be referred to as, and I think we should honor that choice
Yeah,
that
but in
brand has
Australia-
made.
In Australia, that
so
ad
funny.
was, it's Hyundai like
Does that mean we're
Hyundai.
gonna? Does that mean we're gonna honor Jif for Jif?
Oh God! Like the
Fucking over
peanut
my
butter?
dead body.
What company owns the word GIF or GIF? Like,
Over
no
my
one's
fucking
panded
dead
that.
Why this is if you like this, please come hang out at our stream drive because
That's what
there's
it's
going to be a
mostly
lot of
gonna be,
this.
yeah.
We're gonna get some spice real quick.
All right. 25 to 20.
Fart and a pita. That's all I'm saying.
But first, it's cooked
Only
on
if
a
it has tzatziki
rotisserie.
on it.
20 to 15.
Open up the pita. Do a shooting it.
I got a
To your
15.
enemies.
Ziploc it closed.
Hate it here.
Sorry, 20 to 15.
I go 15.
Oh, shit. Sorry, 17.
Fucking hell.
I love you,
Um,
goobers.
15 to 10.
10.
And Nippy. And Callie, what was yours? And Kale, what was yours?
8.
6.
8 and 6. Okay, Kale, 8.
I will say the last one shot that I pre-recorded today, which is the last one we pre-recorded out of any of them, very much was entirely this energy where I was just like, I'm too tired to function. So, like, we just like giggled and laughed about stupid shit for 3 hours.
Right. Okay, it is the chasm spider's turn first.
Yuck, Tim.
Tim.
Oh yeah, this is why we got to make a campaign guide. I got some bangers here. It's going to.
That's our next stream drive. That's a sub goal. That would be a stretch goal of our next.
I genuinely considered putting it in, and I was like, how much would that cost? And I was like, I don't think
It's a
think
lot.
I-
Tim and I calculated that. It's a lot.
Okay, it is going to. It's going to attack Callie again. Because it
Yeah.
knows she's there. So it's
It
going to
knows I'm
do.
here.
So the first is going to try to hit you with its leg again. So that is a 22 to hit.
That is my armor class, so yes.
So that's 19 points of piercing damage.
Beautiful.
And then the second one is an 18 to hit.
No.
So again, you kind of manage to like turn and you block the other one as the other one kind of comes down again. It is then going to move and come around, and who would be the closest to the edge? Probably.
I was taking a peek around. I don't know.
Kale was tied to me, not to throw Kale.
Yeah,
in
he's
front of
all
them.
in the other. Yeah, so it's
chasm
going to come
spider.
around, so the leg kind of drops and it swings over, and it's going to try to bite you, Kale, with some of its movement.
Starting throwing in front of the spider bus.
That's a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you take. 13, 18 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
And 21 points of poison damage.
Yugi.
Oh, actually, I'll need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
You get my
Alright.
bonus.
Ooh, that's good.
Bonus. Did you get the
How big
cheat
this? How big of the
Uh,
spider?
It's
29.
Huge.
29. Okay, so you take half of that poison damage, so only 11 poison damage there. And then it is going to be Letter's turn.
Okay, yeah.
It also retreats. Like after it bites Kale, it's going to move back underneath.
And I'm tied to Neppy and Clack.
Sorry. We gravel boys stick together, you know? We have to stick together.
All right. We're just gonna have to fight this guy. All right. Fair play. I'm just gonna fucking yeah. There's two different versions of the spell. I'm just double checking. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Letters is just gonna fucking like inside his vest, on one side he's got a symbol from the lower planes, and on the other side he's got a symbol of the upper planes. He opens his vest and like just fucking slaps it there and slaps it on his chest, and he's just gonna sprout two big fucking like fiery ass wings of like arcane energy brain power, casting fucking Tasha's funky transformation.
Guys.
That's the one. And I don't know if this thing's gonna come for me, so I am just going to ready a firebolt if it shows its ugly mug.
Okay. It's going to use one of its legendary actions.
No.
Yeah.
And now it's Snappy's turn.
It's just its turn.
It did something.
Okay. I am going to
That was a really good Pikmin impression.
I'm sorry, a what?
Pikmin.
I am going to
I think it's fun that Pikmin are just naked, you know?
I have 3 of them tattooed
So
on my
fun.
leg.
We don't
now.
talk about it enough.
They're
It
just
doesn't come up in
absolute-
casual conversation enough.
I told you guys I used to play Pikmin as a kid, and when my Pikmin died, I cried so much that my parents banned me from playing it. Okay?
What's a Pikmin?
I could show you, but I'd have to stand up and take my pants off.
I don't know where to start.
I think some countries call
Oh, that's not what we call it in Australia.
I hate it here.
in South Africa we called it Pokemon. But
No, Pikmin are
Pikmin.
different. They're little plant guys.
Oh wow.
They're very cute.
Yeah, I am going to
And they do fight bugs in caves.
there are no rails tonight.
no, I'm gonna cast a 4th level Spirit Guardians. So you watch
Smart.
as Neppy grabs her holy symbol, and kind of bursting forth, you see these tiny little black cats outlined in a little bit of a ring of gold around them, and they just sprout out about 15 feet, or in a 15-foot radius around me. So you all are immune to them. And any affected creature's speed is halved within the area. When the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
On every round. Yeah. Yerp.
All right. Okay.
Was it me?
Mm-hmm.
And sorry,
I'm at-
one more thing I'm going to do on my turn, Tim. Since I have tongues cast on me, I am going to say, I don't know if the spider understands language, but I'm going to say to it, please, we mean you no harm. We simply wish to cross. Please. That's it.
Make a, let's say, a persuasion check.
And this is a disadvantage because I'm just like, please. Like, I don't sound.
Are you rolling a disadvantage?
Yeah, I have
Ability check.
second level exhaustion.
Oh, then I will use my reaction thing to make it so that their rolls straight roll.
Thank you. That's a natural 20.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sorry,
So
Tim.
for a 30.
You're not sure?
Yeah,
If it
but
worked.
I said it.
Tim, can I see the spider?
You cannot.
Okay. I am going to look at Callie, who I am tied to,
Yeah.
and I'm going to say, don't drop me. And I'm going to fall backwards off of the bridge and swing
I'm having a heart
with
attack.
the rope. And as the spider comes into view, I'm going to make finger guns at it and a heightened banishment.
I want you to make a perception check.
Oh, jeez. No, that's no fun.
Giannis,
Because how
the
far is your
person-
dark vision?
Do you have a death wish?
How far is your dark vision?
I don't
You don't
know.
have dark vision, do you?
No, he
Oh, you
cast
did-
dark vision earlier.
You did
in the
cast
day.
dark vision earlier.
30
It's-
feet.
It's 30 feet or 60 feet?
I believe it is 60 feet, but I can double check.
I think it's 60 feet.
I should be being tied to Neppy next time.
Who doesn't make rash decisions?
60 feet.
Letters is all about this. We gotta
60
get
feet?
tied up more often.
Okay. So it's not a disadvantage. You can just make a perception check.
Giannis, the person, though, has a tendency to have his characters fall off things that are high up.
He fucking
Yeah.
loves that.
Did it in
Perception,
Dresda. He did it.
17.
Okay, great. Callie, I need you to make a strength saving throw for me.
Is this a disadvantage?
I think saving throws
3 layers deep.
is 3. Yeah.
So no, you're
Okay, I'm
fine.
only 2 layers deep.
Yeah.
A strength saving throw.
2 layers
Hell
of
yeah,
7
brother.
layer
Let's
dip
In my
go.
mind-
That's a 4, so it's a 13.
Oh, Callie, you are literally, you like, there's no railing on this thing, like it's just flat, and you like this sort of surprise, you are teetering on the edge, you are starting to fall over as
You're
well
fine.
as Kale is swinging. You are falling off as well. Kale, so you see underneath the bridge hundreds and hundreds, as far as your vision can see, wrapped up, cocooned somethings, various sizes, all lining this bridge. But you see at the edge of your vision, you can just make out amongst the like white cocoon silked food. You can see the spider. It's
Okay.
kind of milky white, kind of standing out against the
Oh,
darkness.
God.
Are there perch in these cocoons?
Finger guns, banishment.
Some of them are small, some of them are big.
Makes me sad.
and that's heightened.
So it's
So
a disadvantage.
disadvantage charisma save.
Okay.
This music, Tim.
I'm uncomfortable.
This is very fun to make. That is only a 7. This is not a charisma based creature. So yeah, you watch as it disappears.
Are we technically out of initiative at this point?
You're out of initiative.
I grab Callie and we bring her back up and we yank Kale back up. We
Okay.
fucking
No, Callie is falling.
Oh, Featherfall.
Okay, she's falling slowly now, but she's still falling. And Kale is pulling her down.
How do we?
Well, I Featherfall the both of them.
Okay. Is somebody
Uh,
grabbing? Like, you got to try to reach down to grab her.
I will just fucking like cut the rope between Neppy and myself because I'm already flying with Tensor's
Okay.
transformation.
Okay.
Or the other one that I do.
Yeah.
And I'll
Yeah.
just fucking I with a dash I can go 80 feet, so I will be able to catch. If they go over the top, I can fly faster than
Okay.
they can fall. So eventually I will be able to catch them.
Okay.
And, if we get to that point, then I'll just cast,
Okay,
fly
so
on
you know what?
whoever
I'm
doesn't
gonna
matter.
have you make an athletics check for me.
Absolutely. That I know. I trained with paladins.
Mhm.
I've been working on my form. I'm not just relying on my raw strength anymore. I'm using my legs, but I did roll a 2. So someday,
Oh, God.
you don't use your legs when you fly. That is a bad choice. So I think it's going
Just
to be
little
about a
miniature
12.
legs.
Okay, so you go and your move is like you're gonna just grab Callie and kind of push her back
Mhm.
as you fly down to grab Kale, and you're confident that that will work, but you kind of misjudge the distance with Callie, and you don't get a good hold on her armor, and so you kind of toss her, and she hits the bridge and kind of like falls back forward as you dive down to grab Kale. She is hurtling towards you as you have Kale kind of bringing him up. You get him up. You have to fly down to get her. She's now falling quite far, so I'll need you to make another strength saving throw to see if you can. Actually,
They're feather fault.
they're feather falling, right?
And we were tied together.
No, he cut the rope.
No, I cut my
Okay.
neppy rope.
Oh, he
Cut
cut
the
your
neppy
neppy
rope.
rope.
I cut my
Okay, so
neppy rope so I
I'll
wouldn't
still
drag
have you
neppy and
I'll
clack.
still have you make a strength saving throw as you're trying to pull them both up.
That's a 3, but I assume if I'm trying to pull both of them, then I'm within 10 feet of fucking Callie.
Yeah.
All right, watch this
Jeez.
fucking arithmetic.
The math wizard.
8, 10, plus Callie. Flexing the brain, it's up to 18.
Jesus Christ.
You turned a 3.
Holy
18.
shit.
So you
It's-
watch as like letters
Oh
is just
my
like
God.
eyes bloodshot, just like everything. I'm just like, hauling them up, and like just as he gets them kind of on the edge, it's kind of like help, please.
I go and I grab and I pull up.
As you kind of pull them back onto the bridge. And
How much
you are
time
all
has
on
elapsed?
solid ground. I would say that whole thing took at least 3 minutes.
3 minutes into that banishment?
I mean, it
It's
took a little
banished
bit.
for a minute.
It's banished for a minute.
It's
That's
banished
most.
for a minute.
You,
That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
3 rounds.
Okay,
That's
so I would
max.
say then,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like okay. So you have like, yeah, that's probably eaten up at least. I'm gonna say 30 seconds because you would have had to fly down and back up.
Okay, we go.
We go. We go.
Okay, so you continue on.
Before we leave, I grab the rope that letters snapped. I put the 2 ends together and I look at Neppy. Neppy?
I cast. Mending doesn't. Mending takes too long.
Is
It's
mending a
minute.
minute?
It's a minute casting time. I can't do it.
And I
We have more ropes. Clack, we have more ropes. Clack, I know you have
Yeah,
14 fucking ropes in
I
there.
tie like a really good solid knot between the two of them, and I go,
Okay.
fucking go.
Make a survival check for me, please.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
absolutely.
Wait,
Clack
let's
just
get
has
that.
new ropes. Just let Clack get a rope. It's his whole thing. He's not exhausted. He's fine.
He's pulling that rope.
You're
Okay,
fine.
then I'll let Clack do the rope.
Okay,
We
so
have
he ties
rope
it
money.
around.
Sometimes we don't roll dice, and then sometimes we roll for everything.
Yeah.
My transformation thing only lasts a minute.
Okay.
As soon as I feel like that fading, I'm just going to cast Wall of Fire going underneath the bridge, facing the way we came from, just to give that fucking spider a little treat and to delay its chase of us.
I'm also
Okay.
going to cast Silent Image behind us of Callie because it seemed really impressed with Callie just standing there.
All right. So you guys continue on into the darkness, and you move quicker and quicker, and you know that minute comes up. I will have all of you make dexterity saving throws for me, please.
Yeah.
Oh, to avoid the webs.
I still have freedom of movement cast on me. Does that?
What the fuck?
How long does that
I'm
last?
Sorry.
An hour?
It's an hour.
I can't roll above a 4.
Are you rolling on D&D Beyond, or are you rolling real rollies?
D&D Beyond.
Don't do it. Roll the
I
real
rolled a
rollies.
natural 20.
My real rollies are all in my bed somewhere because Mish played with my dice tray and there's
Everywhere.
There's poop. There's poop in
What
there.
was everybody? 23?
22.
22?
Dexterity
9.
saving throw with
9.
Callie.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 17.
17? Okay.
Nat 20 with 27.
Okay. And what
you
was yours,
said-
Kale?
You said I didn't need to roll because I have freedom of movement.
No, it's to avoid avoid tripping essentially.
Okay, sorry. dexterity saves. A 20 with Callie's bonus.
20. Okay, so yeah, you managed to avoid them. Neppy and Callie, however, you both fall, and you get kind of tangled up in this webbing, and it is sticky. It is quite sticky. So as you make it another probably about 200 feet before you fall, and you are now caught up and stuck to this webbing.
Does it consider grappled?
You are restrained.
Can I Eldritch Blast the web?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start fucking blasting from the hip.
Yeah, you blast it. It breaks pretty quickly. As you kind of like
as I'm
yank it
running at
off.
the front, I'm just like,
Okay.
fucking, let's go.
As you make it farther ahead,
There's gonna be another one.
I need everyone to make another dex. Actually, who's at the back?
If Callie.
Oh no! You know what? I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Big money.
I'm gonna do what I when I ran my ultra marathon, because there were sections where after the nighttime the spiders would make webs across the trail, and I would literally run with the poles just in front of me, like this, and then they would like have like lines of spider webs that they caught. I'll do
Like a
that with
little
my swords.
banner to celebrate your running. 26
Exactly.
for this one.
I'm gonna use a luck point.
18.
19.
18, 19. Okay, 19 is just enough. 22.
I'm gonna make freaking lose it.
14 with a luck
14.
point. Ew.
Okay, so Kale and Callie, as you're running, you hear this kind of in the darkness from behind you. As you both feel this impact, as this sticky webbing surrounds both of you and splays out across the ground. The rest of you manage to kind of dodge out of the way as you kind of get a little bit farther forward, but you can see it kind of covers this part of the bridge as the two of you are now restrained, as you feel the webs just wrap around you as you're lying on the ground, and you see the spider on the bridge moving very quickly, now 60 feet behind you. I need everyone to roll initiative again.
Fucking speeder.
Ah, Tim.
Okay.
Hey,
All
hey,
right.
Tim.
We had a really nice day today.
I rolled a 2. What's happening?
Go find your bed dice.
Burn
Get your bed
thy
dice.
dice.
we gotta purge those dice.
I was rolling below a 4 with my real dice too, though. My dice just want Callie to die.
Okay, 25 to 20.
20.
21.
And this is a disadvantage for those of you with exhaustion. All right, and 20 to 15.
17.
17. And 15 to 10.
10.
10 for Nippy. And Callie was a 2, she said. A 5 all up, probably, or 4?
Nope. Actually, just a 2, because with disadvantage, I rolled a 1.
Right, nice. Okay, Kale, you are up first.
Sorry, I didn't roll with disadvantage. I re-rolled. It's an 8.
No worries.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Okay,
Check my hair
Letters,
out.
you are up first.
I'm gonna do an old favorite that we haven't seen here a lot, but I'm gonna do a new twist on it.
Ooh.
This has been an ability the spell has always had, and I've never ever used it. How far away is this thing from me?
60 feet.
I'm going to run 30 feet ahead to clear the ground.
It's behind you. So I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna run towards it. It's
Okay,
very
right.
clear to Letters that running away from this thing. It's very fast. It has so many legs. My 2 legs can't compete. It's got at least twice as many than I have.
Mhm.
At least.
And
At least.
yeah, I'm going to run up 30 feet, stand in the center of the bridge, and like just fucking take a stance as like I do that, and a big ass fist comes beside me, and I'm just gonna put out my hand, and I'm going to cast Bigby's hand at 5th level
Nice.
and use the interposing hand. The hand interposes itself between you and a creature you choose until you give the hand a different command. The hand moves to stay between you and the target, providing you with half cover. The target can't move through the hand space if its strength scores. Anyways, yada yada. So basically, it's like, fuck you, dude.
No.
it's if it wants to fight me, it's gonna take some disadvantage or whatever half cover gives me if it's trying to fight me. And it's just gonna make it more difficult for it to get to my friends who are much more vulnerable to its attacks. And I'm just gonna stand there at the bridge, ready to do business.
It's gonna use its last legendary action.
Fuck you, dude.
It's gonna use its. Actually, no, it's too far away. It's too far away. You used the other two, so no, it's not going to use a legendary action. Okay, but it is its turn, and it's 30 feet away from you.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to. It is going to spend 20 feet of movement to get up relatively close to you.
Yep, I'll allow it.
And we're within melee for it because it has reach, and it's going to use its leg attacks on you. The first one will be. Is it at disadvantage?
No, I just get +2 to AC.
Right. So that's 28 fun. To hit for the first one.
Math. That'll work.
And that's 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And
con check. It stays up.
That is a 29 to hit.
That will also hit.
And that is a 24 piercing damage. And because both legs hit, you take a little extra damage. And you take 12, 10, 6, 17 another 17 points of piercing damage. And you are impaled, so you are grappled, essentially.
Oh gosh!
So what you watch as the hand tries to keep up with these massively long legs, kind of reach around and boom, boom, and the first one you kind of catch on your arm, and you kind of hold it off as you're holding the tip as it pierces into your shoulder, and the other comes right into your chest and buries itself in the muscle of the front of your chest.
That was 28 and 29, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yep. Nothing we could do about that.
All right, and now it is going to try to bite you.
Okay.
As it kind of leaps down. That's a 27.
That's just what? Yep, that'll get me.
Okay. So this
is gonna get me. I now appreciate that interposing hand is not the play that I thought it was.
It's okay. You do what you gotta do.
17 and 5 is 22 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Do you get my bonus?
No, I moved so far away to protect my friends. Concentration stays up. I wish I would have kept one of those rolls for this next check. Okay. Constitution. Is a 16 going to be a failure?
Nope, that's a success. So
Good.
You just take half damage on this poison damage. 19 and 7 is 26 points, so down to 13 points of piercing or poison damage.
Which I'm resistant to because I got belt strength,
Okay.
so that's down to 6.
Yep.
Ooh, letters looks bad. Letters looks bad.
Bite,
letters
you kind
bad.
of you rally against. You can feel the poison, the intense acrid smell kind of coming out of its mouth, and you kind of flex, and your veins kind of pop out and push the poison out of your bloodstream.
I got my bed dice and I rolled them just to test how they're feeling. I rolled 5 d20s. I rolled 2 1s, a 2, a 3, and a 5.
Wow, you're cursed.
You need new dice.
Dang, dude.
Come to our stream drive tomorrow, where some of those very donated dollars we will be buying Lennon new dice.
It is then going to use the last bit of its movement, its last 10 feet, to carry you to the underside of the bridge. So you are now impaled by the spider underneath the bridge.
I will actively be like, it's taking me out of the bridge. Ma, to give an idea of where I am to my associates.
All right, it is Finnan's turn.
Holy fuck buckets.
I did a bad thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
No. I'm talking about what I need to do
This
here.
timing is impeccable. My hair is just getting progressively bigger and bigger as I just like go like this over and over.
Yo, there's not enough legendary spiders out there in the regular D&D.
That's because you live in Canada. You gotta Australia. they
This
got
isn't
it.
us. This is a normal.
This is
spider.
a tribute to all those Australian cave spiders.
Yeah, this reminds me of home. This is nice.
I like it here.
I'm going to, because
Thank you,
I see this happen. Letters get taken under. So
Ma-
I'm gonna walk to the side, and as I'm walking to the side, I'm going to activate my shroud and essentially just like fly so that I'm inverted underneath.
Okay.
That is my action, sadly, but I will throw out a waning shadow.
Okay.
At this thing. Oh, I'm about to roll damage, like I've hit it. Kissing your dice works. That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
I'll say it once, I'll say it a million times. Kiss your dice.
Kiss your dice already.
Give them
Good.
the smoochies.
Weird. Yuck.
Kiss your dice. Don't tongue your dice.
No, thank you.
Don't get us Pterosaurus, John.
Get us tossed.
I'll toss your fucking salad.
Oh god.
Whoa.
That's a toss right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, okay.
Right before the stream drive.
Sometimes I do that free association thing. I was like, what's a phrase that
wants
people
to
use
cook
tossing?
for you. He wants
I
to
didn't-
prepare a meal.
I didn't keep track of my lexicon of euphemisms.
As you're talking about tossing his salad.
Yeah, no. I understand
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
understand
yeah,
now
yeah,
that tossing salad does
We
mean
should
cunnilingus.
move on.
Stop saying it.
Move forward. Move forward. Move forward.
It takes
I'm-
40 points of
Holy
necrotic
nice.
damage. Yeah, crit on that is nice, especially when I'm in my shroud.
Yeah.
So good.
And I'm just gonna yell at it, be like, "Hey, fuck you!"
Is that what you say to spiders in Australia? Is that how you? Yeah.
It's how you assert your dominance.
Did you use your shroud in the worm?
No, that's why I was like,
I'm
while
just
we were on the
double-checking.
bridge, I was like, I need to check something. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
great.
it was because I wasn't attached to anyone, and then I
That's
saw
right.
that I can fly, and it's fine.
All right. Okay, it is going to use its.
I used my rage, is what I used in the worm fight.
Right, that's right. Okay. It is going to use its. Going to use 2 legendary actions.
Oh, damn.
And I need you, Finnan, to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Bring it on, come on. That won't be with Callie's thing because I'm underneath.
Yeah, you're underneath.
So it's a 19.
And I'm webbed
Okay.
to the bridge right
That
now.
is just enough. Just enough. As
Holy
you watch as
shit.
this massive sticky webbing shoots out across the bottom of the bridge, and you just kind of manage to dodge out of the way as it kind of adheres to the bridge behind you.
I'd also
Ah.
fly. I realize I didn't say this, but I would fly only 30 feet because I'm half moving because of exhaustion. But I'd fly like closer to it so that if it just keeps moving, I can keep up at least
It's
somewhat.
behind you, so yeah. So if it moves,
Like
back,
I'm moving towards it so that I can
Great.
keep distance with it
Cool.
and letters.
Cool. All right. So you're still probably about 20 feet away from it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay. It is now Nappy's turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over and so the spider is under the bridge. I am gonna go over and I'm gonna try and get who's closer to me, Callie or Kale?
They're both kind of next to you. They're both pretty close.
I still have freedom of movement on me, so I assume that I just take 5 feet to.
That's a
Climb out of the
grapple,
way.
not restraint.
I think you can.
I don't think he can be restrained.
Yeah.
It just melts off him. Like
I'm just a
target
like a
can
blanket
spend
boy.
5 feet of a target can spend 5 feet of movement to escape non-magical restraints.
Restraints, yeah.
So unless those webs are magical, he
Yeah.
can
No,
get
it's
out
not
of it.
magical. It's biological. Yeah.
That's
So
worse. Can it be magical, please?
Oh no! And spells and other magical effects can neither reduce the target's speed nor cause the target to be
cool.
paralyzed or
Yeah.
restrained
So you cannot be
anyway.
restrained.
So it just
Magical
it
effects.
landed on you and then turned into a beautiful robe
Well, no, because this is a mundane restraint. It does
Right.
restrain him,
It
but he can
does.
use 5 feet to get away.
to get away.
Yeah.
Then I am going to spend my action to yeah, I'm gonna reach down and cast freedom of movement on Callie as well.
Okay.
Smart.
Sounds good.
So so that will stay up.
All right.
Yeah.
Just move. And then is that a spot I can see, or is that just a spot in range? No, because I would worry about that hitting letters. I can't see it. Spiritual weapon just says no. I'm going to save my slots. And I am also going to cast. Yes, do I have Mass Healing Word prepared today? I'm a bad cleric. That's not true. I'm a great cleric. I never prepare Healing Word. There's just so many better things than that. I am going to.
Oh.
No, that's it. That's all I can do.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend my movement to kind of get closer to where letters is.
Start to move toward that end of the bridge.
Yeah, I'm going to take my movement to move to where it's where letters and Finn. I know they are.
Okay. It's going to use another legendary action and take another attack against you, letters, with its leg.
Tight.
Sick, tight.
Did
That
not
is
use
a 28.
Tim.
I'm sorry.
What is this fucking thing? Rolling 17s and 18s all night?
Yeah, I have been. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I kept track that it's got a plus 10.
Yeah.
And I did a little arithmetic in my head. I was like, what are the odds it hits me every time? And I said
Whoa.
improbable, but not impossible.
An 18, a 19, a 17, and now just an 18.
I have been keeping track. That was what I came to, and yeah.
Oh, also,
Uh,
hello, Fablers. You're watching us get
Fablers.
wrecked by a
Fucking
chasm
wrecked.
spider.
Well,
Thank you for
in
coming
one
in.
final, Tim, I had the sickest fucking interaction to get out of my puzzlement. But in one final act of resistance, I will flex my brain to up my AC by 2, which will not do it, but will take 7 points of force damage
Nice.
as I just go. I zap it as I get impaled
And its brain is
through
like,
my jaw.
All right, so you take.
I have 4 hit points.
Okay,
points.
yeah,
I'm
so
out.
yeah, it's 20 points. So Finn and you see Letter's body kind of go limp. So Letters is unconscious, impaled by the spider.
We might need
Um,
diamonds.
Okay, it is now Kale's turn.
Spider and Letters under the bridge.
Mhm.
Finnan.
Also
Do I
under
know
the
if
bridge.
Finnan can fly? Can Finnan fly?
So
I'm
yeah, you
actually
saw him.
flying.
You saw him fly off the bridge.
He's actively flying. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I run to where as close as I can get to where the spider is, which I assume is close because Letters was able to run to him. They met.
No, he took Letters underneath, or the spider
But I
took
mean,
Letters underneath.
I can run to where the top section, like above him, the
Mhm.
spider.
Yep.
And can I see the spider underneath me?
No.
Can I? How wide is the spider?
Difficult to tell. It is. I mean, you know that its legs can extend wider than the bridge.
Mhm.
Basically, it was able to get a leg over on either side of the bridge. The body itself is a little bit smaller, but it's still. This is a pretty huge creature.
But for spell purposes,
Mhm.
size-wise, what would you say?
Oh, it's huge. It's considered a huge creature. Like,
In-
are you like dimensions?
In
like
feet, yeah.
in feet?
Yeah.
The leg span is probably close to 50 feet.
And the body itself, though, would be smaller. Like it
probably
could
actually
fit-
close to 60 feet. And then yeah, the body itself is probably about 25 to 30 feet long.
Oh, geez,
um,
that's big.
Yeah, it's a big
It's
spider.
big. It's big
That's-
spider.
Aren't
actually-
huge creatures 15 by 15?
It might be gargantuan then.
Yeah, it'd be a gargantuan creature.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, very, very not nice.
Very big.
he's got letters impaled. If I was standing facing where we came from, would letters be impaled on the side that I am on? Like he went underneath, but he didn't like flip him around.
No, you watched it like it went over the right-hand side of the bridge, but you don't know.
Okay.
It was near one of its forelegs.
I'm gonna look at Finnan.
Finnan's underneath as well, so you don't know where.
But he's flying, right?
Yeah, but you can't see him.
He's under the bridge flying.
He's under the bridge flying.
If I lean over it, okay. I'm just gonna yell because I saw him fly under the bridge. I'm gonna yell. And wait till he's back so I can yell at him with his food. Sit down. Headphones on.
So funny.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm gonna yell at Finnan. Okay, let's try this again. Catch me, and I'm gonna jump off the bridge, second time.
Fucking hell.
And as I fall,
Okay.
I'm gonna look towards where the spider and letters are.
Mhm.
Right.
Yep.
And so, this is how I'm imagining. Correct me if I'm wrong. I see the bridge. I
Yep.
see the spider on my left where we came from. I see it.
Yep.
I see its feet in letters.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going
Can
to...
I just interject here before you do this? Again, we did discuss earlier, you fought 300 feet
300
per
feet.
round.
You don't.
And I can move at 30 feet per turn.
And you
Alright,
can't be feather
fine.
called.
You will be gone before I can fucking get to you.
All right.
You saying catch me to people who are incapable of catching you? Not necessarily a good plan.
It's not that he doesn't want to catch you. It's just that
Have
he
you-
I literally
That's-
cannot.
What I'm hearing
have
is
you
you
have
don't
you
wanna
seen those
catch me.
people that are like, I'm gonna do a trust fall, and then the person is standing behind them, and then instead of falling backwards, they fall forwards?
I'm doing one of those.
We're not nervous.
Kale goes,
not nervous
catch
at all.
me. And Finnan goes, I can't, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
We have to
Stay
get
on the
this
fucking
man
bridge.
a fucking Doctor Strange fucking cape that just will fly for him.
We'll catch
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I need something to come get me.
Cape, come get me. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Cape, take
I
me
think
home.
Kale used to have a cape of Montebank, and I think even though he doesn't remember that, there's like in the back of his mind, he knows that if he jumps, he'll always be fine.
Again, only 30 feet. Or no,
No
I guess
longer.
it's 500 feet with
Yeah.
Cape of the
Cape of the
Mountain
Mountain
Bank.
Yeah, Cape of the Mountain Bank. You can jump, and
Oh, I did it lots.
because you fall at the start of your turn. So as
I
soon
used to
as
do
you
it all
jump,
the time.
you need to cast it that turn, because otherwise you'll be 600 feet.
No.
If you cast it at the end of your next turn, you could be within range of me casting Featherfall on you if I'm already flying after you.
What are you doing? Kale?
What am I doing? That is a great question. Not jumping off the bridge, as many of you have told me not to do.
You guys keep telling me not to.
Just keep telling me not to jump off bridges. But
Kale trying to jump off bridges has the same energy of when I tell my daughter not to put her brother's body parts in her mouth. That's she just keeps doing it. She just
Finnan is just
doing it.
unleashing a tirade of frustration.
Oh, God.
Fuck, I can't see it.
Yeah, sight's a real pain in the butt.
All right, I'm going to stop and I'm going to hold my spell until the second that I can see the spider.
Or some part of it.
Yeah, the second I can see letters. The second I can see letters.
I will also remind you, you are still tied to Callie. Your rope's got. You are tied to Callie.
Yeah, we're tied together.
Okay, can I use a bonus action to cut the rope?
Sure.
And then I will make my way over close enough that I feel like as soon as I see letters, I will hold a spell.
Okay.
Sorry that took so long, everybody.
No, it's all good.
No, it's all good. I'm glad
Just to
you didn't jump off
clarify,
the bridge.
As soon as you see letters or you see the spider.
As soon as I see letters.
Copy.
Or can I do letters or the spider? No, I have to pick one.
No,
Pick up a target.
Uh,
I mean, he's an object now, so.
I'm gonna
No,
say.
not yet. I
dead
guess
yet.
he's
He's
not,
not
yet.
dead yet.
Oh my
No,
god,
no, no.
he's
I'm
not
gonna say-
dead yet, Tim.
I'm
Get
gonna
the
say then
fuck
as
out
soon
of here.
as soon as I see the spider.
Okay.
And then I'll just guess.
All right. It is now Callie's turn.
Okay.
You have freedom of movement, so it's only 5 feet of movement to get out of your spider webbing.
I would love to get out of my spider webbing.
You shed it. It comes off remarkably easily.
It's so good. I'm gonna sprout my wings.
Okay.
I'm gonna fly off the bridge.
Nice.
How close to the spider can I get?
To get over the bridge and down and under would probably take you. So you've used 5 feet, and then probably another 10 feet to get underneath.
And that's my movement.
So you would still have 15 feet.
No, exhausted.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's your movement.
Can I see the spider?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
It's about 30 feet away from you.
It's about 30 feet away from me. Okay. I'm gonna put and Finnan is in front of the spider.
Yes,
10
Finnan
feet
is
in front
about
of you.
10 feet in front of you.
Shield of Faith on Finnan.
Okay.
+2 to your AC.
All right.
Cool beans.
It is Letter's turn.
Gonna hit me
Ooh,
anyway.
here comes that death saving throw. And that is cocked. Try
Try.
it again.
Kiss your dice. Kiss your dice.
Oh, that's a natty 20, baby. You can't keep this guy down. Oh, fuck. Y'all want to see this unreal fucking interaction that I came up with that I didn't think I was going to get to use?
I think you get to act as normal, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah,
just
it's at the
you-
start of your
Yeah,
turn.
you make your death saves at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, I just,
Yeah.
I imagine it just gets me through the neck.
Oh, yeah. You're fully Frodo after Shelob, just fucking.
Can I reach up and touch the underside of the bridge with
Absolutely.
any part of my body?
The bridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would be holding you.
Can I touch it with a hoof?
Yeah, because
like-
you're not restrained. It hasn't webbed you up yet.
It's got me grappled.
So yeah, I would say you can reach and touch the bridge. Sure.
Come on, buddy.
Okay, so
Yeah.
all I do is I've got my shield hand holding
Kind of
onto my
reaching
thing.
past its like.
Yeah, and I just reach up with my fucking hammer in hand, and I fist bump with the bridge and activate my hammer and cast Meld into Stone. Fuck you! And I just fucking disappear into the bridge.
So yeah, so you feel as you like pull in, and it, like its leg kind of is moving against it and pushing and pushing. It's gonna make a strength saving throw to see if it can keep its leg. I don't know that it can. 'cause
Fucking
you're just
stop me. Let me
stoned.
tell you this spell. It's wild. I
yeah.
so rarely use it. It's part of the Jade Twilight.
That's so fucking rad.
As an action, you touch action. You
Yeah.
step into a stone or object. Here's the question. If it's like you need to step into it, then I do have a fallback plan to make this happen. If you're like, you can't just fist bump and fly into stone,
I don't
that's
know if
okay.
I don't know if you can fly, but
You step into a
You can
stone
fly.
or surface large enough to fully contain your body, melding
Absolutely.
yourself and all your equipment for the duration. Using your movement, you step into the stone.
Just fly in.
No, I'm grappled. So what I'll do is I can see the bridge. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna misty step and slap onto it and then mold into it.
yes,
Because I can't get to the
you can
top
do.
because I can't see the top,
Yeah.
but I see the
So
edge.
you misty step out and you step on the spider to run up into and dive into the stone.
Yeah, and I just jump like full starfish and just sploosh.
absolutely.
I like the idea of Neppy just seeing letters go boom from like
Yeah.
out of the
I like
bridge.
the, I
'Cause
like the
how-
idea that he doesn't. It's not like going into a pool. He hits the rock first,
Yeah.
and then melts.
Then
it.
just melts in.
Just he just kind of like
Yeah, because you can move how far
Yeah.
you can just use your movement to move through it, right?
Yeah. Using your movement,
Right.
you step into a stone at a point you can touch.
Yep.
Oh, sure, whatever. Let's say you have to walk into it. Whatever. You need to have movement available because
Yeah.
my movement was 0.
Yeah.
Nothing of your presence remains visible or otherwise detectable by non-magical means. While merged with the stone, you can't see what occurs outside. But wisdom checks allow me to hear at disadvantage, so it's muffled or whatever, while you remain aware of the passage of time and can cast spells on yourself while merged in the stone.
I love meld into stone.
Yeah. Physical damage to the stone doesn't harm you, but its partial destruction or change to its shape expels it and does 66 bludgeoning damage.
So you're staying in the stone.
I'm invisible. I'm inside the stone. I'm not in a pocket dimension. I'm just literally in that piece of the stone. If anyone blows it up, it will just kill me.
Fucking sweet.
But I'm in the bridge now. I'm one of the bridge.
The bridge is a monster. It swallowed letters. It swallowed letters. It's a monster as well.
Oh my god.
And I can hear what you say. It just sounds like it's very far off.
Oh, I love this because it's now the spider's turn.
What is on the bridge?
Spider
What
is
is on the bridge?
radically confused. Oh man, it is so aggravated now. It was so close. Okay. Well, then it's gonna go. It would investigate for you, like.
What did
It's the raccoon that's got its fucking
No, we can't
candy
talk about the
floss.
video that makes me cry.
It puts it in the water.
What is that? What?
Don't.
Yeah, so it's
Well,
got cotton candy, and you
no.
know how they like to wash their food?
You're killing Len.
But it's cotton candy, so it puts it in water, and it just
disappears.
dissolves, and the raccoon just goes, oh.
Through my dice.
Stupid raccoon! Suck it, loser!
Yeah, I mean, the spider is genuinely confused. It's going to use its action to investigate, to try to figure out where letters went.
Good luck,
And
dickweed.
it doesn't.
Does it? Do
It's
I
like-
see it in this investigation?
No,
Does it
it's
come around
searching
to see
under the
on other
bottom.
side?
Like it's like it literally you
Oh.
watch it kind of like Finn, and you watch it kind of move and like a little bit back and forth in place and kind of looking, and then it looks over at where you are, and it's going to.
And then Callie are both flying there.
It's gonna move. It's gonna move back the other way, away from you guys.
Okay.
Because you just hit it earlier, so it's gonna move back away from you.
How
So you-
far?
What's your?
180. just
Yeah,
like
so you move it.
range
You
of
watch it
vision.
move another 60 feet back.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's 90 feet away from you, or
It's 80 feet.
80
from me,
feet away
'cause,
from
yeah,
you.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. It is now Finn's turn.
I'm gonna drift forward 30 feet, and as I do, I like take my hands in concentric circles. One finger draws a line of darkness, the other one draws a line of light, and as I make a full eclipse, I shoot forward a beam of black energy. And I needed to make a Constitution saving throw for me as I use my 7th level spell.
Ooh, that's only a 9.
That is not enough. It's gonna
That's
get hit
not
by
enough.
this big old finger of death.
It is the middle
Jeez.
finger, by the way.
Yeah, I do. I'm like. Plus 30. Fuck, just that flat plus 30 is 67 points of necrotic damage.
Nice.
Couldn't squeeze 2 more out of that, my dude?
Hmm?
You said 67. I said you couldn't squeeze 2 more
That's
out
the
of that.
second time
One
I've
more
done
time?
that!
Yeah.
No. All right. Anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, I'm gonna send another waning shadow at it then.
Nice.
If that wasn't enough to finish it off. It's not gonna happen a second time.
Nice.
Yeah, it didn't happen a second time. But what's American Wish?
I used to know someone that put their dice in their mouth and then rolled them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was wild. It was a wild move.
That is an
Not
18
COVID safe.
hit.
18 does just hit. Yeah.
Takes another 15 points of
Nice.
necrotic damage. As I just add a little extra flavor to that finger of death.
Nice. Okay. It is
Extra
now.
deathy. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
going to
extra deathy.
use its last. Actually, no, it hasn't used any of its legendary actions, has it? Has it re-upped on its turn? It is going to It's just going to use one legendary action as you watch it scuttles backwards, farther away from you. Finish.
Fuck off out of here.
And it's now 140 feet away from you. All right. It is Neppy's turn.
Yell up. It's running.
All of my healing has to be when I can see someone. So I can't see Callie and I can't see letters at this point.
Okay.
I am going to move forward to where letters is in the stone, as far as I can get close.
You don't know. I mean, you don't know that he's in the stone, but you move toward
Oh
where
no, he popped
disappeared.
over on the top and he.
No, I didn't pop to the top because
No,
it
he's
has
still
to be to a
He's
place
got
that I
into
can
the
see.
bridge.
Yeah.
I go
Into the bridge.
Technically on the side, I think.
Or underneath.
Oh, I'm underneath? Great.
Okay, I go.
Oh yeah, I fucking hopped onto it.
If we can get letters out of here, I can heal him. But we've got to go. We have to go now. And I am going to. I'm gonna put my hand on myself and I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability for Dexterity on myself.
Dick one.
All right. Kale, your spell does not go off, but you expend the spell slot for the one that you held.
Yeah.
But it is your turn again.
I'm so tapped. I held an 8th level and it was very disappointing.
Ooh. Bummer.
Also, thank you to everyone in chat right now. There are 50 of you here. So happy
Whoa.
to have you all. Thank you.
Cool. Tim, are you sure that I didn't hit it with enough death energy that when it ran away, it did kind of did a little
Kinda-
up and
a little
over,
up
just like
and
an up and
over.
over to
I
show
saw
its face.
even a foot as it climbed. No, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know where letters went. I don't know that he went into the rock, so I don't even know to call or tap. I'm just gonna. We should go.
Callie.
Can I fly over to the bridge where letters is?
Yep, where you saw him disappear into the stone.
Yeah, I'm flying, so I'm just gonna wait there because I can heal him as soon as he comes. I can heal him and fly him up to the bridge as soon as he gets out of the bridge, but I can't see him right now. So can I hold healing for when he?
You can hold an action. Yeah, you can ready an action.
I'd love to ready an action.
Y'all know Letters' kit. Letters can't be aware of anything outside the thing, but he can hear. So I can't. If you're just hanging out there, I wouldn't be aware of you unless you like
I'd
do a
say
little
letters.
knock on the spot.
I'd
or
say like
something.
letters, let's go, and then I'd like knock on the.
Sick.
Okay.
That's
And
great.
then it's back to Letter's turn.
Letters casts fly on himself before he leaves the bridge, which is something you can do when
You
you're.
sure you don't want to get Princess carried up to the bridge?
Yeah, I think I'll
Princess
just come
carried
out
by
and
a
be
princess?
like, Callie, catch me. I'm sure that'll go down like a treat. And I
Letters,
will.
unlike Kale, doesn't just jump off things. So
Hey now.
Don't
Well, I
jinx
just
it.
have a whole host of things that I can do to not die when I do that. So I will just jump off of things.
I
But, you know.
have the power of friendship.
and that's all you
Belief.
need. And that's all you need.
You know what? He hasn't died so far from it. So
The power of friendship is literally just Letters standing next to you when you jump off of things so that I can feather fall you and then fly faster than you're falling to then catch you and then cast fly on the both of us. It's an extremely inefficient way to stop someone from dying.
I would also
Very
like
efficient.
to say that Kale he might not remember it, but Kale has died because of friendship. Because isn't the reason he got sent to Ontario in the first place was because one of his friends did something stupid?
I come out of the fucking thing.
All right. So you fly out.
I get those
And I
healing
can.
hands on me.
Yeah, I'll healing hands you for 40 as soon as you come out. 40.
Big 40.
Oh, that's fucking great. Thank you, Callie.
All
I don't want to leave you here. Fuck. Because either I go up, we
I'm
can't
also-
go up
I'm
together.
also underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Finnan's
can
Oh,
right there too.
we're all underneath? Okay,
yeah,
then
and you see he's in a shroud.
fucking
Hale and Neppy and Clacker up top.
sick. Then I'll just hang out underneath because I use my action to cast the thing.
Okay.
And we'll just wait for that fucking bug to show up.
Okay. It is the spider's turn. Finnan, you see it continues another 100 feet. So it is, I think, beyond your sight.
Yeah, it's like 240 feet at this point.
I think it's 280 feet.
Yeah,
No.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So it disappears into the darkness underneath the bridge.
Okay. It's my turn, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I drift back to letters. I'm gonna weave some of the cloud, like my shroud now kind of looks like a galaxy cloud. I'm gonna weave some of the light out, and throw a. Callie, did you get hurt during all that?
I did, but I didn't get hurt at all in
Okay.
the other fight, so I look
Okay, cool,
fine.
Cool. I'm gonna weave a little bit of light.
Yeah, you were just
into-
stunned and
I
unharmed.
was just stunned and unharmed.
Stunned and unharmed. Hey, you want to be in a fight?
So I have all my spell slots basically, and majority of my hit
21
points.
points of healing.
that's
for
so
you.
good.
And now you have advantage on any checks against being stunned and paralyzed.
Yeah, we did find that
Both of
out.
the crown.
Both of
Oh,
the
yeah.
crown.
And I'm gonna be like, I think it's gone. I think we should push on as fast as possible. And I'm gonna whoop, shoop, back up to the top and land and start walking.
We can drop out of initiative if you like.
Yeah.
The creature is retreating. So
Okay, I think just as we walk, I think we take it slow and just everybody have a fucking fuck you spell ready to go always. I don't think we outrun this thing. I think it's gonna hit us again, and we just have to be like, fuck you when it,
It
does.
will come after us if it wants us.
Yeah.
I would.
I think it's quite hurt though at the moment. I hit it
I-
with a lot.
Well, I can imagine too that it's used to creatures that don't fight back
Yeah.
as much. We pack a bit more punch.
We mosey, but I ready a fireball bolt. Just that like
Every 6 seconds.
yeah. It's just constantly sort of
Yeah.
ready, and
I'm gonna, as letters comes by, I'm just gonna fix and adjust his. And you watch as Neppy places a hand across his neck where the big wound was, and
every time he talks, some blood spurts out.
you watch as essence kind of pours out of Neppy's chest, swirls up her arm and into your neck as I cast life transference on you. All right, so we're gonna do that at. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Seeing Nebby do this, just because while my shroud is up, I do more healing for my thing. I'm gonna throw a waxing
You
light
won't
into
need to.
Nebby.
You won't.
Well, because you're taking a bunch of damage to do this.
Oh, I am. Yes. 8, 16, 24,
That's a D10. How'd you get it?
31,
Sneaky little boy.
35. So I take 35 points of necrotic damage, and you get 70 hit points back.
whoa.
Get 25 of this necrotic damage back.
Thank you.
And as you do that, and letters went from looking the worst to not bad. He's just gonna put a hand on your shoulder. He's gonna say thanks, and he's gonna put 3 points of healing into you with lay on hands.
You have seen Neppy look the look of pride before, and she just kind of straightens your lapels, and she goes, "You and I have much to talk about." She just gives you a little tap on the chest.
So, and he can
go.
cast his
Let's
little
go.
fire guy.
As we move in fashion with letters, every 6 seconds, 3 points of light on each end of the spear light up and then fade, and then light up and then fade as I just prep Eldritch Blast and then let it go.
Tim,
I'll
The
prep,
whole time, just
I'll prep
Eldritch Blast
Sacred
there.
Flame
Okay.
each time, and I'm just gonna like carry a little flame, radiant flame, back and forth inside my hands.
My
as
only
we walk
thing is my
downstairs.
sword that I have prepped.
You can be taking the dodge action then as you go, just so you're a little more ready if it tries to stab you in particular again.
I believe the dodge action also gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Get the fuck out of here.
I
Tim,
think.
I'll double check. Yes.
quick question for you.
Yes.
Can I turn spell slots into sorcery points and then turn those sorcery points right back into a spell slot?
It's a net loss.
Yeah, I think you wind up losing them. Like I
It's a
don't think
net
it's
loss.
I don't think it's an equal 1-to-1.
Yeah, it's like one sorcery or 2 sorcery points get you a first level spell, 3 get you a second. Like there's a net loss in that.
Double check, but yeah. You could, but you'd just be burning. I'd be surprised if it was 1-to-1.
It's definitely not 1-to-1. The
Alright.
dodge action. You make dexterity saving throws at advantage.
Oh,
Nice.
great.
That's great.
Yeah.
What is that?
So you continue
Ooh,
forward.
until the start of your next turn. This is very important though.
Hmm.
Till the start of your next turn, any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker.
Oh,
So it doesn't help if you're surprised. Yeah.
So, yeah,
Doesn't
but it flat gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
So the dodge action is still good.
Type.
Tight.
really.
Let's do it.
So you continue forward a little slower this time,
Mhm.
but kind of ready. You travel for another couple thousand feet. Kind of tense. You're lighting the way as you go, keeping an eye out for those webs. After about 1,000 feet, they kind of become more sparse and then eventually stop. But you make your way across. The whole thing probably feels about maybe just over 4,000 feet long, this bridge. And you see the other side of the chasm that again leads to another tunnel. Smaller.
At this point, have we gone a full night without a long rest?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
We had one rest. We had a previous night's rest, and then our long rest got interrupted because it was Callie and Neppy's first watch when the
Yeah, we haven't gone a full 24 hours.
Yeah, you haven't
No.
gone. It hasn't taken you all night to get across this bridge. It's probably only taken you,
But
you know,
we were
an hour to
full
bed.
rest.
But
What if
Another level.
is it completely impossible or unimaginable to think that we rest right here in
On the
shifts
bridge.
at the edge of the bridge, at the edge of this door? Because at least if something is coming down from that tunnel, it is a bottleneck. And if we can sleep in shifts, we can keep an eye for the
Yeah,
spider.
tell you what. I mean, look, I love a sacred petch tunnel, but if we get right inside the other side of that tunnel, it's a 10 feet wide tunnel, right? I can close a curtain on it, and I'll just fucking open that up when we go in the morning.
That's smart. That's smart. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck yeah.
Let's stay here.
Right.
We need to sleep.
So I will stone shape. Oh no, I've only got one. Ugh. Oh no, I've got a 5th level slot that I can do it. Yeah. So
I love upcasting spells that don't benefit from upcasting purely because you're like, I can't do anything else.
I just need to do
do
it.
you close it all the way?
What do you mean?
Like, do you close the tunnel all the
Are
way?
we
on
gonna
both
suffocate?
sides?
Are we gonna suffocate?
No. I can only close one side.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'm gonna go one. I'm gonna bring the curtain closed on spider side.
Okay.
And if something comes this way, then it'll just be a fire hazard, and we'll tackle that when we get there.
Okay, great. So you set up for your watch for the evening. Who's gonna take first watch? Okay. All right.
I'll take first watch with Gally then.
Oh, what? Okay. Well, why don't I? I'm actually doing okay. Why don't you two take first watch and I'll take second watch? I'm happy to take it alone. We should have one person who's very perceptive on each watch.
All right. So
As just before I go to bed,
Mhm.
as Finnan is settling in, I am just going to put a hand on his shoulder, give him a squeeze, and you can have guidance. I'm gonna
Nice.
take-
Bunker.
I give Callie a kiss on the forehead, and then I lie down.
Forehead kiss.
all right.
Kiss.
So perception checks from Finnan and Callie, please.
Disadvantage.
I rolled a fucking natural one.
But you get a guidance.
I feel like Callie falls asleep. Does Callie get a
Absolutely.
guidance and Finnan get a guidance? Because isn't it concentration?
I can
Yeah,
only do
just
one,
one.
so you get a guidance, Finnan.
Yeah, you gave it to Finnan.
14 and a 13, so 23, and then a
Yeah.
D4. Big D4.
Do I add
3, 26.
Do I
Nice.
add my modifier to that, even though it's a natural one?
Yep. Yeah, you still add it. It's a skill
8.
check. Yeah, so you your eyes are so heavy. You're having a hard time. Like you have spent so much time focusing on these combats that you are just like your brain is dead tired. And you kind of peer down the tunnel, but you're not really taking much in
If Callie
beyond
dozes
the
off,
sight.
Finnan
She's kind of
might-
in and out.
Yeah.
She doesn't fully fall asleep, but she's kind of like in and out of of sleep in that kind of liminal space.
Finnan will go to Callie seeing that and be like, just rest, you need it. I'm fine. I got this.
I wouldn't go. I'd stay.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of sit there, leaning on your sword. Finnan, you spend the time kind of keeping an eye out. You feel some kind of distant rumbles, very faint, and it's pretty quiet for the most part. Especially now that the chasm is kind of cut off, it's very quiet. It's kind of disconcerting how quiet it is, and you reckon you're pretty far underground, even for the plane of Earth. All right, who's gonna take second watch?
Watch.
All right, letters
I'll
in
wake up. Neppy and letters.
in letters. You can roll a perception check for me, please.
I'll give Neppy a kiss on the forehead.
11 for letters.
I'll
I
give
will
letters a
cast-
kiss on the forehead.
I'll take cast.
I'll give
on
Finnan a
myself.
kiss on the lips. I'm not afraid to kiss him.
House kiss. Oh yo.
Oh yeah.
He like goes to bend down to kiss you, and you just. Mwah.
Finnan chuckles, having gotten a little more used to that energy.
More kissing for Finnan. That's gonna be
Ooh.
28.
Kiss your friends on the lips, bro.
Nice.
Show your
No,
friends
it's
you
not
love them.
weird,
Kiss them
dude.
right on the lips.
Kiss them on the lips.
Also, hi
Give
Mad
it a
Bird
look.
streams.
And keep your eyes open when you do it.
It's caca.
Right.
Medbirds.
Okay.
Eyes open, mouth kiss. That's the way we do it.
So you two, Neppy, are quite tired. Letters. You are also quite tired after your run-in with death.
I was gonna say death.
A near death, I guess. And so
It's because I've been working on my traps, so like my neck muscles were stronger, so I was able to close my own artery. Just like, it's like,
just enough to get a spurt of blood to your brain.
yeah.
And kind of jolt you awake. But yeah, you're having a hard time kind of focusing on anything beyond just what you can see at the end of your vision in this tunnel. Neppy, you also kind of extend your focus out into the stone and try to kind of listening for any of those rumbles or movement that you have now starting to get a bit more accustomed to in this place. And again, you don't really sense anything. There's some kind of slight tremors, but they feel very, very far away and nothing close. It's quiet.
So quietly. I'm gonna grab my sending stone. And I'm just gonna place it like right next to my mouth. And I'm just gonna say, I miss you. I wish you were here. I could have used you down here today. That's it.
Getting service down here?
You don't hear any reply.
Different. We're on a different plane. I thought you. Is yours better than Callie's?
No, it's not.
Oh.
But I at least like to think that he'd know. They'd know. I don't have the spell slot for it, but
Well, it's not the first time you've managed to communicate across the plains, defying conventional logic.
Her Grace does many things. How was your trip to Karos?
Oh, super violent and enlightening. It was sick. Learned a lot about myself and guerrilla warfare. It was like summer camp, but like I've been working on my 1,000-yard stare. It's coming
Good.
along. I saw a lot of those. War is not pretty. Oh my god. Anyways, it was cool. It was cool.
I think you're right, though. Enlightenment can be in many ways very violent.
No, all the Enlightenment stuff was sick. Like hang with the
Oh.
crew hod, that was rad. The
Yes.
actual like murdering of other
Murder. Much
militants. What it's I've just never been in like a real like stealth hit and run type crew. So just like doing ambushes at night, not really my style. Fun in the moment, little haunting after the fact. I'm a little more used to like, yo, let's square up and do this.
Yes.
It's incredibly effective. I get why Finnan's into it, but it's like ice cream. It feels good at the time, but then you have a lot of it and you're like, oh, I'm a little sick. Oh, shouldn't have killed all those people in their sleep. Oh,
Right.
that doesn't.
I know your faith is much different than mine, but sometimes on the hardest days when you do X or you do things that sometimes leave you with a bad feeling in your stomach or in the taste of your mouth, it can be comforting to lean on your faith. Not necessarily that you're doing it in the name of your faith. That doesn't always sit right with me, but there is
Anything
peace
about
and solace in those moments.
anything about Kruha?
What do you think about Kruha?
I know a little. I've talked to a lot of people who believe in a lot of different types of gods.
Yes.
Kruha is the only one that I've ever learned about that doesn't really affect the world in a kind of physical form. Doesn't really exist the way that Melora does, or Nephthisiket, who I've met, so lovely. Kruha is a god that you worship simply by doing and by believing in yourself, those around you, and the natural world. This might be sacrilegious for a paladin to say, and I'm still figuring out.
Say it. It's just me. You can say it.
I don't think Kruha is a god. Kruha, that's just an exhalation. That's just the sound of breathing. Kruha is just an understanding of what you are and what you need to do and those you need to do it with. And I think different people relate to that differently. I think people like the idea of thinking that, externalizing it. I don't think that's it. Kruha is you. You 6, including me, right here. That's how I can, and I'm still learning, but that's how I'm able to do that. I believe so deep, my faith is me and you and these. And through that, I can literally fix things. So yeah, when I feel bad, I turn to my faith. And it hasn't let me down yet.
I am so honored to be a part of your faith.
It's a pretty exclusive club, but
That's 2 very exclusive clubs that we both belong to,
you're quality people. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, it looks good on you. That is Blackwater. And if there is ever... Well, I do not follow. Well, I suppose in essence I do, in some ways.
No, there's a whole thing. You have to go to a tree.
There's a whole thing,
You're,
all
no,
right.
no.
I
You
wouldn't
can't
go
just
to a
look.
tree.
I make it sound like it's very loosey-goosey, but it is a little
It's a
regimented.
bit more structured, all right.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
obviously, as you know, everything in my order is unfathomably structured. So there is some appeal to me in a faith that is wholly your own. That sounds... I remember when I was young how they always used to talk about making the prayer yours and taking it and having it be part of yourself.
Sorry, a little freaked out about that spider.
Yes, yeah, it's
Man,
right on the back of my neck.
because you can't hear it coming up. Sorry, you were saying you were
no.
talking. You're young.
When you do everything in your power to take the moments with her grace and make them your own, but there is always an external factor. There is always her grace and the order that exists around us. It is in everything we do. Every breath I have taken for a majority of my life has been structured. So what freedom. And there is such a beauty in that for me. And I am so excited to see you blossom in that. And if there is ever, and you know this, but if there is ever a time where you wish to talk about faith, in whatever capacity, you know that my ear is always open.
Yeah, well, I mean, we don't have the magnificent mansion anymore, so I figure we may be having a few more watches together. So I might just take you up on that.
Anytime. And I don't know what prayer looks like to Gruha, but I find that prayer, even to different gods, goddesses, ideals, is often best if not done alone. So, would be honored to share space with you.
Cool. All right, well. Cool. Mhm. Should we wake up Kale?
Is it a 2-watch night or a 3-watch?
Just a 2-watch night.
Well, I'm gonna wake him up and give him a big kiss on the lips.
No, Addie, no.
You gotta wake up. You gotta.
I kiss
it's time
back.
to wake up, buddy.
I kiss back.
Good.
Yeah, it's like, it's a passionate kiss.
I'm sorry. I thought
You have nothing to apologize for.
I was somewhere else there for a minute.
Yeah, you really took me to a whole other world.
Is it my watch?
No, we're starting the day.
I had a dream where Letter said I was his god. It was a weird one. We ready for the day?
Yes.
All right.
We should press that sweet
fucking
long rest
open my
button.
fucking curtains.
So you all wake up feeling rested and refreshed. As you kind of open it, chasm looks the same as it did when you came through.
So if we have rest, we go down, we decrease the level of exhaustion.
Yes,
correct?
so you're now, those of you at 2 are down to 1.
Was this a long rest?
This was a long
Mhm.
rest.
Also, Sean, I would like to say that your actions as Letters have given me carte blanche on kissing you awake from now on.
Yeah, we're starting a dangerous game of yes anding. Pretty excited to see where this ends up.
So, as you all gather together to continue down the cave path, you all look at each other. You all fall into formation, and that's where we're going to take our break.
Ooh, buddies. So we will be back in a tight 10-ish. Tight 10. If you have any questions about our super stream drive, which is happening tomorrow, we will be around in the chat. Welcome to those of you who are new. I saw some new folks who haven't even watched D&D before, so welcome.
Oh, holy fuck!
For
Well, it's
spending your
probably a
evening with
trip.
us. What a trip!
This is
welcome.
not. I don't know if this is regular D&D.
What is regular D?
Yeah, you're right. As soon as I said it, I
Regular
knew I was
D&D.
wrong.
If you have any questions, please feel free to throw them up in the chat. Either one of us or our mods will help you out. We love you guys, and we will see you in a tight 10.
Could you
Bye.
roll the clip? Could you roll the clip? Can you roll?
hey guys, it's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favourite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Love you, Cody.
Love you,
Monster.
Oh
Cody.
man, welcome back.
Welcome back, baby.
Good to be back, Tim.
Oh, all right. So, you all gather together as you begin the descent. This tunnel is quite steep down. As you continue to press ahead this ancient path. Who's in the lead?
Finn and
That would be
up
me.
front.
Yeah.
Okay. So you travel for about, feels like maybe 4-5 hours, maybe about half your day. And it feels like you've gone pretty deep. Like the whole time, this tunnel has been pretty, like it's gently kind of winding, but it's been pretty steep. And
I'm
you're
gonna-
starting, yeah.
Just for point of order, so I'll forget about that I've done this, but I'm going to do it now anyway. I'm going to put a third level, a fifth level, but it gets reduced to a third level into the stone of Spirit Shroud.
Nice.
So you feel the pressure starting to build as you are now thousands of feet underneath the scar, and it is difficult to concentrate as you're moving. You can feel the air around you kind of pressing into you almost. So just so you know, mechanically, concentration checks are made at disadvantage. Perception checks and investigation checks are also made at disadvantage.
Copy that.
It is difficult to focus with this pressure.
Sorry, concentration, perception,
And investigation.
Jokes on you. I already make all of those a disadvantage anyway because I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it feels
one,
like you're
dude.
exhausted.
Nebby would notice that Finnan is lagging a bit behind the pack. Yeah.
I think he's
No,
in front.
I'm at the same level of exhaustion everyone else because
Yeah,
I was
we're all
at
the same.
3. I got graded,
Right.
and now
Right.
yeah, I slept, so I'm at 1.
Okay. Okay. We're all at 1, I think, or
Yep.
some people are at
Other
0.
than letters.
Letters is at 0. Okay.
All right. So you move down farther and farther and farther, and you get about probably nearing the end of your day of just this single tunnel, about 10 feet wide. Finn, and you kind of have to stoop to walk through it. It's probably only about 6.5 feet, so you're kind of stooping this whole time. It's uncomfortable. But you're near the end of your day, and you can see ahead where the path kind of flattens out just a little bit. And you kind of come down, and you can see ahead. Make a perception check for me, please.
You said
As a
see ahead.
reaction-
I was thinking like a face and eyes and ears.
Hello.
As a reaction, I'm going to restore balance to make that a regular roll on that disadvantage.
Sure.
I've already rolled.
All right, then I'll ignore it.
Yeah, that's a 23 for my
Okay.
perception. Yeah.
So you can see where the path continues on. It looks as though one side of the wall, the tunnel continues for quite a while and then kind of bends off to the left. But you can see for a stretch, probably about 50 feet long, it looks like the wall of the tunnel has been removed. And you can see there is a larger cavern on the other side. So it's kind of like the two sides of the tunnel kind of come in, but there's a big gap for that side, almost like a window. and it's kind of rough. Like it looks like there's a bit of debris around and things like that.
From like the height of the gap, how big is the gap?
The gap is probably about, I mean, the whole tunnel is only 6.5 feet high, so it's probably about, it's most of it. So it's probably about 6 feet, five.
Oh, so it's like a wall, like
it's like
essentially a wall
like it got
taken
scraped
out.
away. Yeah.
I will relay that to the team.
I would, if it's safe, love to like take a look to see if I can understand the nature of like how this wall came to not have a wall.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast guidance on you.
You can make an investigation check or a survival check.
Investigation at disadvantage.
Oh,
Guidance.
cancel the disadvantage.
Oh, thank you. Oh, it was gonna be a 14, but it was a 6 instead. So that's still that's just a 15.
With guidance, you have guidance.
Oh, it was a +1. Oh, so that's a 16.
16. Okay. You can tell with the bit of debris that is there, some of it has been cleared. Like it's not like the full wall has collapsed inward, but there is enough debris kind of on the ground that you can see that it's something almost as if it's been excavated from the other side.
Finn, your eyes are better than mine. Can you see anything in this cavern?
I will have a look out.
Sure. You kind of head down a little bit so you can see through.
I'm gonna do something first. Bear with me here. For a second. I have a thought, and it's gonna be a little fucked up, and I'm really sorry, but
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna weave together a silent image of a bleeding and limping Petch, and then with minor illusion make the sound of like essentially like that wounded animal sound
Sucking sound,
would might attract a predator. Like as it walks down the corridor.
Okay.
I'm just gonna like make that and just like watch.
All right. So as it kind of limps ahead, it gets probably just over halfway through that kind of opening, and you watch as a massive net flies through and moves through the illusion, hits the side of the wall.
Fucking that. Sword spear out.
And you hear some kind of confused chatter. And some of you speak Primordial.
Letters would.
You recognize the sounds. You recognize it as Terran.
Who speaks Terran?
You would pick up enough because you lived in the Scar. It's the same language in the Scar.
Yeah, no, but who in the Scar speaks Terran?
Make a history check.
Oh, that I know.
We'll say at advantage.
You said Terran, and I thought it was a
So
person
it'll just be a flat roll.
that letters recognized. I was like,
Heron?
Ooh, that's
Who's
a
named
natty
Terran?
20, but
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
You know absolutely the Tao. It's the language of the Tao.
Letters I
relay
can
that.
get a look at them. If you can make me fly, I can make myself invisible and investigate.
Yeah, all right.
Is that worth the spell?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just if they're hanging out down here, that's really bad.
Should we take care of them?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But knowledge is half the battle. And then he puts a hand on Finn and
As he casts it on me, I'm going to fade out of sight, casting my at-will invisibility. Well, looks really cool. Well, let's get a bunch of at-will spells that are just like useful.
You have 3 spell slots, but you can do a lot of things all the time.
I have 3 spell slots, but I also have 3 spells that I just cast at will.
So nice.
Dope.
Sick. And I'm going to fly out of the tunnel invisible.
Okay, so you fly through that gap.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you kind of come down, you fly out of that gap, and you can see where some kind of excavation has taken place, where there is this kind of this opening that kind of opens into a larger cavern that you can see then continues behind, opens up past another wall into a much, like the cavern beyond it is probably about 20 feet high and stretches that span of about 50 feet. And then beyond that, you can see in the distance what looks like a city. You can see kind of stone buildings. Make a perception check for me, please.
Disadvantage. The Dow were pretty high up in the patch slave trade, right?
Oh, they basically
So this is them knowing where the patch go alone. What? Fuckheads. That's a 21.
Okay. So you can see there is a Dow there with two creatures, which looks somewhat familiar, as the Zorn, but both of these are much bigger than the Zorn you saw up in the Scar. And you can see beyond that Dow, who looks to have been the one who threw the net, and is kind of talking to the two Zorn, who are kind of waiting at the ready. You can see beyond that the city looks fairly brutalistic in its architecture. The kind of stonework is very kind of functional, but the city seems almost carved out of that larger cavern. And you can see you can't see a ton into the city, but it seems as though this has been a purposeful excavation from that city into this tunnel. And you can see some cages essentially next to the edge of the.
Are there people are there patch in the cages?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna fly back down, relay everything that I saw. I can make the sound of one of those worms trumpeting, or we can just kill him.
City?
Well, not
I'm
not the city, but
I'm not saying that. It's not what we should what we should do, but I don't know.
If
how
this
much
group
power
is,
do they hold?
but if this group is found dead, it might send a warning that the ways are protected. They might just assume that the Petch are traveling in armed groups now. What sort of weapons do the Petch use, Clark?
I mean, it's mostly pickaxes if we do, but we're not really a fighting people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, this seems like a larger problem than we don't have time for. We can kill this one guy. That'd be sick. But odds are there'd be somebody else who'd come by. This is the type of thing that if we get to talk to Groombar and all goes well, then we have to stop back in the Scar and relay this to Dreamwalker and all the other crew.
Okay.
This cannot be left to stand.
I have a way to guarantee that we cross without them seeing us. Takes a bit of resource, but nothing I can't spare.
I think that's the answer. I think we have to keep focused on the Titans.
I'm excited for this because I just thought of it. It's a very cool interaction. I'm going to cast True Seeing on myself.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say who's going first.
I'll go first, sure.
I'm going to cast Invisibility on Letters. I can see Letters. No one else can. I'll tell Letters to cross. As soon as he's all the way across the chasm, I'll cast Invisibility on the next person and essentially do that until everyone's crossed, cast Invisibility on myself.
Nice. Yeah.
That's clever.
Well
Okay.
done.
I will have you all make I don't know that you need to. I was going to say stealth checks, but if you're invisible and they're kind of watching out, but it's not like they're going to be able to see you with their passive perception. So you all make it across.
That's fucking cool, Adam.
Yeah.
So good.
I was like, is True Sight concentration? And it's not. So I was like, oh hell yeah. That's fun.
Yeah. And so you all kind of gingerly step over the net and kind of move through. As you can see, the Dow's kind of looking and waiting, and the Zorn are kind of at the ready, but nothing seems to alert them as you all kind of make it through to the other side.
Yeah. And as we continue moving, this is something that we'll deal with later. Or
All right.
help someone else deal with.
To be honest, if I've got spell slots at the end of the day, I can alert someone in this car.
Sounds good.
We can send
That's
her.
fucking sick. Yes.
Get them to come in behind us. At least there would be no Petch coming in behind us.
We should probably warn them about the spider as well, because that's really bad.
Yes.
It's kind of a mess down here.
That's really bad down here.
I mean, this is why it takes a long time. The patch would move really slowly. Stay safe.
Oh, so they move really slow, and then the spider doesn't see them, and
Well, because they step over the webs. I realize everything you put against us here, Tim, has a means, but it just would slow us down incredibly.
It's like that's why this journey takes so long for these Petches, that like they go extremely slowly and methodically to make sure that they aren't detected. But this
Amazing.
does not seem like a natural part of the path.
Mm-hmm.
This seems external.
And it's like you should really only have kids if you really want to, and so like this, really make sure that that's on.
Yeah,
the
this is just really good Petch birth control. It also keeps
It's not something they take lightly.
Well, here's the thing: do Petch pass on any genetics when they carve the rock?
Yes and no. It's
Because
like,
from a geneticist standpoint, it's actually quite good as well, because the weak ones get weeded out.
That's why
only-
Petch are also
you sort
ripped
of,
and
like-
dense.
Yeah.
in the sort of, I guess I can fill you in the lore of what this is like, but when they carve, when you carve a new Petch, it's believed that you sort of imbue it with the best of yourself and your partner. Is the idea. I mean, I don't know. That's what I
really-
believe, but
I think that's what you hope for when you have children, is that they take on the best of you. But
With humans, it's a real roll of the dice, so sometimes you get fucking weird looking kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we get to sort of choose what they look like.
Yeah,
and-
see, that's great.
yeah.
Sometimes you also get kids that are just shitheads,
Oh yeah.
like real assholes.
If you all choose what you look like, you all really have a similar aesthetic preference, huh?
What do you mean?
Just like 2 arms, 2 legs, like
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you could carve extra legs and arms, but
yeah. No,
you might
but-
get confused with a Zorn, and
Yeah, that'd be weird. It's
Don't
better
talk
to.
about
It's better to make your Petch looks like all the other Petch.
what do you mean?
Well, just like 2 arms and 2 legs.
Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah.
all right. So you managed to kind of make it across, and you continue down this kind of winding.
For the
tunnel.
listeners at home, Petch are indistinguishable from one another.
I was looking through the monster manual today, trying to find monsters for a thing. Petch are so ugly. I'd forgotten just like how fucking ugly they are.
Straight up rock goblins, dude.
the beautiful boy. Don't talk
That
about my
makes them
son that
sound
way.
cute and lovely, but yeah, they are a sight to behold.
I have the book in front of me.
yeah.
This is a Petch.
If you would
Not
like
in
to
our
see,
You should go to show them the other one. The other one is more like in line with what Clack is like.
if you
Still
want to
not great.
see a whole bunch of us play Petch, you should come to our stream drive
Yes.
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
At 8 p.m. Pacific Standard, because we are playing a very spooky Petch one-shot called Petch Cemetery.
More spooks.
Oh,
More spooks, Tim.
All right. So you continue down the tunnel, and you get to about the end of your day. Do you want to continue ahead? What would you like to do?
Let's.
can you do the
Yeah, I'll
rock
close the
curtain
curtain.
thing again?
Close curtain.
If we sleep, then
I'll just do it the one behind us, just so to make sure that no fucking Dow come behind us.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah,
And I can I
That
will
gives me my 9th level, my 8th level spells a lot back. No, we're 6th. Struggling.
we're in a tunnel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Finnan, if you want to come with me,
Yeah.
we can go a little bit further down, and I can set an alarm spell. So
that's
if anything comes from the other side, it'll wake me and alert me.
That's a good idea.
Bad.
You need a guide, I'm assuming, because you can't see.
Well, I mean, I have my dark vision. I don't want to go alone, and you're better at seeing in the dark.
Oh, right. I was just going to loan you my goggles, but yeah, that's
That's you know that you don't have to cast a spell slot if you're doing something that I'm not. I will come with you, but if ever you're doing something that I'm not and it's in the dark, I'll just give you my goggles. They allow anyone to see in the dark.
I mean,
just not as well as me.
your
I
goggles
benefit.
let people see.
Yeah. I take them off and I give them to Kale. Perfect dark vision up to 120 feet.
Oh, that's amazing.
Also, as this party's cleric, that 30-foot rule. Don't roam alone.
Team, I've closed the curtains. Let's go together. Nothing can come through this unless they can literally.
I do need those back though, because I am blind. I am blind. I'm blind right now.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I gave them to you and I put them.
I'll go we'll just go like a
Buck 20.
It's only within 60 feet.
Oh, okay.
So we'll go down. I assume that you can. Yeah, we'll go 60 feet down and just set an alarm. It's not going to give us much, but it'll give us something.
You kind of run that kind of thin wire across.
And just because we're about to do a
Sorry,
rest,
it's within a mile.
Nice.
So we'll go a little further down, but
just because we're about to do a rest, and I'll get this back immediately. Basically, I'm going to ghostly gaze, and I'm just going to rub my head against all of the walls to make sure that there aren't any like pockets of airs that things live. I'm just like,
no, you don't see any pockets of air.
It's all
pretty
thick,
dense,
solid stone.
Yeah, you see some pockets of ore, what looks like ore, but pretty far.
I go, I'll clack right there. You'll love it. And I'll just go and point out places where if he wants to.
I don't feel good about messing with this tunnel. It's
that makes sense.
really sacred to my people.
I'm sorry. There's a lot of ore in there, but that makes sense.
I bet.
That's rich.
Yeah.
Once we get out of this tunnel, I can do this at different places, and we can find ore together if that's something you want to do.
Are you serious?
It's kind of a bro hangout.
Dude, I have not been able to find ore for so long.
Yeah.
It has been so long since I've been on a dig.
Yeah, let's go on a dig sometime.
I would love that.
I've not really done much mining in my days, but I can see through walls, so I feel like it might help.
It's a great workout.
Yeah.
It's
deep. You're like,
we can take our shirts off.
Oh yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
You got to.
Yeah, well, because you'll get dirty otherwise. And then,
exactly. You want to.
Makes sense. Can we?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it in our loincloths?
Oh yeah, that's the move. That's the what you wear, man.
I look forward to it once we get out of this tunnel.
Me too, dude.
And I gotta dab him up.
Yes. All right. So you set up for your rest. Who would like to take first watch?
I can take first watch.
I'll take first watch.
All right. So Letters and Finnan set up for first watch. I'll have you both make perception checks for me, please.
Natural one. All right, you got this.
Letters immediately falls asleep.
Any forehead kisses from Neppy?
She's already asleep.
I'm already asleep, my guy.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
natural
taking
one
second
for
watch.
a score of 0.
It's 21.
21. Yeah.
With a plus 10. Yeah.
It's quiet. This is it's despite the pressure, which is starting to give you a headache. It is quite quiet and peaceful in this part. You hear behind the curtains some movement, but nothing major. It's pretty quiet.
Okay. If my watch passes with that incident, I will pass on to whoever I agreed to wake up that there was some movement behind the curtain, and that I'll just pass that information on.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll wake up Neppy and Cal.
Can I borrow your goggles for the watch?
Yeah, of course, man.
Thank you.
Take off my goggles and put them. If we do get attacked though in the night, I will be blind, but that's fine. I've been practicing and I go to sleep.
All right, so Neppy and Kale, if you could make me a perception check.
At disadvantage, but I'm going to cast guidance on my shelf to do
Let me double check if I get the 60 from the goggles. It's 60. Sorry, it's 60. I get the 120 from my devil's eyes.
Yeah.
With disadvantage and guidance, that's going to be a 24.
Nice.
It's a 13.
Nice. Okay. So it's again another kind of quiet night. You hear a bit more movement behind the curtain. Kind of some scratching but other than that, it's quiet.
I'm gonna cast sending. And I think if I sing it, I think I might cry. But I am going to sing. Kale would just hear Neppy like very quietly. She would do it twice. And I would sing like a little lullaby in Infernal. Then she would cast it twice. Same song.
Did Neppy do sending before she went to bed? Did someone in the scar?
I haven't done it yet, no.
Oh, okay.
But then.
It was
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Kale.
that was scary, but also very beautiful.
The language sounds a lot worse than it is. It's a beautiful language.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's beautiful, like the sound of an avalanche, or terrifying, but beautiful.
I'll teach you one day if you want.
Yeah, I would love that. You miss them. You obviously miss them. I mean, that's a weird thing to say to a mother.
It's unbearable. But you bear it. You have to.
I mean,
Go ahead.
You might not feel it now, but they'll be proud of who you are, what you did, when they understand.
Thank you. I think back a lot to that moment when Letty said, I'm the only one who does want to be here. I think about that a lot. Because I feel like now I walk 2 lives, 3 lives, 4 lives. There is so much of me that wants nothing more than to be sitting in the nursery at my house in the quiet woods with my husband. And there is so much of me that wants to be right here, taking every step forward with the light and power of her grace behind me. And when I am in one place, I have not learned yet how to balance the other.
I don't think you're ever going to be able to figure out how to justify or feel content with the decision to be away from your children. But I will tell you that I'm thankful that we have 2 mothers in our group, because the choice to leave your children behind to come do this makes you much stronger than the rest of us can ever be. So I think,
kind of you, Kale.
yeah, I mean, it's people like you and Callie that protect us.
We all leave something behind. Even if you feel like you live a solitary existence when you choose this life, because you do choose it. Sometimes it is thrust upon you, but then every day you wake up and you choose to do it again and again and again. Whether for yourself or for your family, for your friends, for a god, for something. choose to do it. Everybody leaves something behind.
I guess that's the difference between me then. Never chose this. And I don't remember what I've left behind. So, either something is choosing for me, or I made a choice and don't remember. But for me, wherever I am seems to be very much where I need to be, whether I choose it or not. And that's all right.
You remind me very much of myself when I left Villainous. I was told once I was titled at 22. So formative years of my adulthood, being told that you have no choice. You are her hand, you are a vessel, you will do your job. Connect to nothing. Because you have to be able that if the time comes, you let it go. And you let that soul back to the arms of her grace. And then you learn. I learned. Frankly, by being around this party, that even if you feel like you are thrust into the eye of the storm, the depth of a chasm, you take every step forward because you choose to. You have access to the teleport spell. You could leave this moment and be done with it. And yet here you are. You choose this. That is, even if the choice seems so small. There was a moment when Kokanee was finding his faith. I taught him so much about what it meant to be a person who follows a god. And he, in turn, taught me about choice. Arathis' main tenets sit around choice. So even though you don't follow a god, Kale, you choose every day to be here with us. And I am so grateful for that. And that is your strength.
I mean, if I can go, no, I'm just teasing. I'll stay.
I've got plane shift. We can just really hate live out here and just be gone.
We can just try again tomorrow.
Yes.
You know, start at the beginning. We know what's coming now.
Absolutely. She takes your hand. She just pats it a couple times and just holds it gently in the dark.
So, the rest of your watch goes without a hitch, quiet. You all come to in the morning.
Do you send to the scar though?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We just have to say that happens.
All right.
Who would I know that is there still?
Didn't we talk to someone just
Talk to
recently?
the Dream Walker, but I don't
The
trust
shopkeeper.
You also talk to Aleem and Kargan.
Aleem. I saw Kargan. I trust Kargan more than I trust Aleem, so I will send to Kargan.
All right. So you let him know what's going on.
If Jongle is in town, he's a man of means.
My sending doesn't cross planes. I can't guarantee that it'll reach him.
Yeah, you're right.
I will send to Kargan, and
Sending does go. It's the sending stone that doesn't
it's
go.
the sending stone.
But
That's
sending
right.
does. You just have to roll a d100. But
It can, yeah.
I'd say do someone in town.
They will likely be faster at it.
Yeah.
They'll
know who to talk to.
I sent to Kargan.
you let Kargan know, and he seems very concerned and is kind of assures you that he'll let everyone know and go from there. and speak to the Dreamwalker as well.
Yes.
All right. So you come to.
Let's click that long rest button. I'm not exhausted anymore. Yeah.
Hey, yo, not exhausted anymore.
You still feel that pressure, but yes, you are no longer exhausted. Do you open up the curtain behind you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Wait. If I can, someone take a listen at this. If someone set up like a goo trap.
I'll cast guidance on myself and I'll peep an ear to the rock to see if I can hear anything from behind it.
Okay.
Not a disadvantage. Hey, I love that. That is going to be a 26.
Oh, it is because of the pressure.
26.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 26.
Okay. You don't hear anything. It doesn't sound like there's anything on the other side of the wall.
All right, everybody back up, but Callie, you hang out near me, and I'll open one side, the left side, as is better way. Everything cool?
So as you open it, you watch as like a little wire kind of snaps.
Ah, beans.
But nothing happens immediately.
Hey, no pet should be coming down this way anyways, and they're gonna get caught. I say I just close this behind us and we just mosey on our way.
My worry is this will shut off.
Okay.
This will shut off. Like if we'd done that further down the hallway, that's great. But like they'll come down the trap hallway and get stuck here if they even get past the nets. That's my one concern with that plan. Because we did send a message.
Yeah, let's just fucking boogie. Whatever.
Let's
If they
just
come after us, then it's their fucking funeral.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you leave it kind of half open.
I'll just leave it half open.
Great.
Because a pet
okay.
can slip through that, but that'll be tough for a Zorn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
All right. So you
Okay.
continue to head down, moving quickly. You are moving quickly enough that you don't really hear it. Like you kind of hear some faint rumbles behind you, but nothing seems to kind of catch up with you as you're making your way forward. After a few hours, you do. The tunnel kind of drops a little bit down and then flattens out. And as it drops and you come down, you see on the walls, they go from being kind of smooth stone. You see writing in the stone all the way around. As you continue forward, it looks like it's written in Terran.
What does it say?
And Clack, you see, kind of stops and puts his hand on it.
Their names.
Of who?
Petch.
The new Petch or the Petch?
Yeah.
I want to
Somewhere-
investigate to find one that says Clack.
Yeah, so somewhere down here, is your name, right, Clark?
Yeah, I think so.
Very cool.
Disadvantage, it's just a 12.
There are so many names, thousands and thousands and thousands of names. As you continue on, it seems as though the tradition is to carve the name on your way out with your new Petch child. And you continue down
Tim.
for hours and hours, and you see name after name after name beautifully carved, each slightly, unique in their own hand. As you come to the final sort of drop, you can see the cavern ends, and you find yourself looped back again to the edge of the chasm. But now you look out as you kind of come down the little hill. You can see out into flat ground, and you see this part of the cavern. You can see there is a faint kind of whitish pink glow, very faint. As you come down to the edge, do you step out of the tunnel?
Yeah.
You step out and you can see in both directions, spanning out, faint, cylindrical shaped stones that rise up about 3 feet out of the ground in what is a kind of whitish pink stone that has a very faint glow to it all across the chasm as far as you can see.
Are these hot stones? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
as you kind of start to make your way through the Heartstones, you can see Clack is kind of really taking it in.
Do we see any other Petch couples?
Make a perception check.
I would also like to look out for anyone. Sure. At disadvantage because of the pressure.
And I cast guidance on myself.
Ooh, that's a 22.
That's gonna be a dirty 20.
You don't see anybody. However, as you kind of wander through the stones, you do hear what sounds like kind of light footsteps.
Which direction?
Coming from farther down the chasm ahead of you. I guess to your left.
Hey, my sword and spear come out.
I'll just say in Terran, hey.
Your hey kind of echoes off the walls as you watch as a relatively small stone wolf steps beside one of the Heartstones.
Like a pup, or just fully grown but tiny?
Fully grown, but not very big.
Like a corgi?
Looks more like a coyote almost.
Oh, cute.
But you can like definitely distinguishable wolf features, but the size of a coyote. Kind of sits down next to one of the Heartstones.
The weapons
Yeah.
go bye-bye.
And you watch
Nail
as
immediately.
Clack just kind of falls to his knees.
Yeah, I do too.
I'll take a knee. Hey. Grumbar?
Just kind of cocks its head a little bit.
We're looking to talk to the boss. We just came from talking to his sister Akadi, and we've got something pretty exciting that we want to pitch him. We need his help to keep the world, the prime material plane, safe.
You watch as the wolf kind of sits, and you can feel under the ground kind of rumbles, and you can see in the distance out of the darkness, probably a few 100 feet up, what look like eyes, that same kind of glowing white and pink, kind of open in the darkness behind you. Huge eyes. And you can feel the cavern walls kind of
Shit. Hi. I'm Letters. We're Blackwater. You might know me as Firebrand. We're in a real pickle. And I'm gonna try to give him just a real quick lowdown on like the fucking Matron of Vengeance, the negative energy plane, going to talk to his sister and her being on board. This vengeance lady is bad news for everybody where we come from, and I think you'd quite like to see what the Minotaur have made for ourselves over there. This kind of thing you'd be interested in, or?
kind of listen as a tense few minutes go by.
You released me from my wandering. I am in your debt.
You have cared for one of my own. And for this, I owe you a debt. I shall come to your side when I am permitted on the material plane.
Tim, does Letters know about who would permit him or how we would make that happen?
You can make. I mean, you would roughly know that you would need the gods, essentially.
Okay, great.
And didn't the
He's a
angel
yes.
say
We
Yeah.
need a yes from the gods.
You need,
And we
you
need a
need the like
dawn
Akadi
prism.
basically told
And a
you
dawn
that
prism.
the gods have to be the one
Cool.
to allow them onto, essentially to break the seal to allow them onto the material
Sick.
plane to do this. And you need a dawn prism to
Great.
focus their energy.
It's like 6 in Adonis's shop. That's not.
Not an issue.
We can get those pretty good.
Letters. stock.
Letters. I think it might help us with the others if maybe you carried a mark similar to Kali's, but for Grumbar, just to show that we have goodwill on two parts. I think if it's going to be any of us, it should be you.
That's a pretty good idea. And I'm gonna relay to Grumbar. We're on our way to talk to Garrix next, and your blessing would go a long way with us. Would you be willing to give your mark to our friend here? And I gesture to Clack.
Clack kind of looks up at you like, step forward, Clack. As you watch Clack walks into the darkness, and you see the eyes close, and you see Clack walk back out.
He's evolving.
If a Petch could cry,
Very
you see
damp
kind of
rocks.
moist stone around his eyes.
So polished.
So polished.
And the eyes kind of open again. And you see Clack kind of doing up his vest. As you see almost like a brand kind of engraving across his chest of the mark of Grumbar.
Is Clack a Graveler now?
Got it.
He has my blessing. You all do.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And welcome home.
Is there anything you want us to relay to Garrix or Stitia? They're our next stops.
Tell Garrix that balance must be restored once again.
Balance will be restored once again. You got it.
Good luck.
Our friend Kale, did you get the feather?
I did.
Sweet.
Thank you.
That wasn't me. That was Kale. I just wanted to make sure.
Thank you. And I will just start sort of backing away. I'm not going to turn my back to royalty.
You watch the eyes kind of
Well,
sink into the darkness as you hear that kind of rumbling disappear.
Do I get a sense that this wolf is like a representative of Grumbar, but isn't actually Grumbar?
You got the sense that was the coyote-sized wolf was probably a representative.
Cool.
But the size of the eyes in the darkness, you get the sense that
was
may
that
be
was
Grumbar.
Grumbar. But the little one was just like, isn't, if I were to
an
like go over and,
extension
like,
of himself.
Oh, never mind then.
Because like as you saw it,
You don't pet.
stand and move. Its legs never lifted off the ground. It
Mm.
was as if the stone itself was
I see.
animated.
So I'm not gonna. I was gonna go over and put my hand near its
Oh,
nose.
don't fucking
but I'm
scritch
not,
it.
I'm not
Don't
gonna do that.
fucking
I'm,
scritch
gonna, I'm not
that
gonna
dog.
Can't
scritch the
scritch it out,
god.
okay?
I'm gonna look down at Clack and be like, Clack, chosen of Grumbar. It's a good title.
Yeah. Yeah. Has a lot to take in.
Well,
He's. Yeah.
We're gonna
You
have
know-
to re-release new action figures.
Yeah,
at
Clark,
the
you know
Dressy
how
Trading Company. It's
up-
like a
Like, you know how up in the scar you were a celebrity for making the Calliope?
Yeah.
Wait till they get a hold of you now, eh?
No, I don't think this is something I'll be showing a lot of people.
I get that.
I never thought, for a long time, I never thought I would ever make this trip. And I thought maybe I would one day with someone. But I'm glad I'm glad I'm here with you.
Hope one day you make it again.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
gonna be plenty of people, who will be clamoring at the opportunity. Now that
I think I'm really.
I'm just saying it's kind of a big deal.
look. Clack's a
We-
10, and we all know it.
Gregor and Gorge are going to be very jealous.
No, but now it's like you're a 10 with money. So it's like,
There's really only one person I think I would make the journey with.
well, I'm honored.
Yeah. She couldn't be here, so that's okay.
And
It's probably for the best that the first time, if you do choose to make this journey together, it's for the first time for that reason and not for this.
Yeah, you're right.
I am looking down at Clack. I put my hand under my holy symbol. You'll understand the weight. And it gets lighter every day. I'm very proud of you, Clack.
Thanks. We should go. We should keep going.
Yeah. Fill up your fucking water skins while you can. We're headed to a very hot place.
Should we just go straight there?
Do we
You bounce-
know anybody there? Like,
This
okay.
This is the thought that I have because I have never been to the fire plane. I have been to the water plane, but that will require some preparation with water breathing because it is in the depths and down below. But I know nothing about the fire plane. I do have one thought, though. What if we would have to be very careful? We return to Sigil, seek out the Teds,
The Teds, yeah, absolutely.
the people who the Elemental Defense Society.
Mhm.
If
The
we-
Eds.
No, the elemental.
Oh yeah, they are Teds or the
Eds.
Eds.
Yeah.
Pardon,
We could-
yes,
yeah.
Teds. I would worry that if we just popped into the fire plane, I could take us into the middle of a lava flow
Yeah,
or a
that would be
volcano.
probably unpleasant.
Good call. Good call.
There is also one other
Cinderfall.
option. Yes, the King's Cauldron. Temple. It is at the base. There is a high priestess, Thecoria Doomwing. I can seek audience with her, and we have that mutual respect thing where we grant each other audiences. We have come into passing. She was at Kelly and Kanea's wedding ceremony.
Remind me,
But
that big metal dragon that we took, that wasn't from them, was it?
Well,
It was in Cinderfall, but look, I didn't see anyone's fucking name on it. Is all.
We've
I'm gonna
also
say.
been
It
technically.
wasn't Cinderfall in design. It was
We've-
definitely Caraxian in design.
We've been inside that temple.
Yes, we destroyed a bunch of bad shit.
Yes, and we tried to shove Velsum. We tried to destroy Yana's pens.
Didn't we also
there-
get like lava on us a little bit?
Yes,
I feel like
I
yeah,
was burning. My clothes got fire.
that was a good time. We should go back.
A
Heads
lot of that to look forward to.
or High Priestess? How are we feeling?
I feel like High Priestess.
I feel like might be the
better
best through
option.
road. Talk to the High Priestess of Garx.
Yep.
Because that's the person we're looking to talk to.
To official channels.
Also, as far as I know, there's nothing in Sigil that's interesting that I've missed because I never went to Sigil. As far as I know,
Also,
it's pretty bland, right? There's you
couple of
telling
us
me about any
are-
goblins that were long or
a couple of us are not.
No, there's nothing. There's
nothing
nothing that
there.
fits that description.
yeah,
no.
no, didn't think so. So
Yeah.
no need to go there.
Great. To Cinderfall.
Okay, so you head to Cinderfall.
Are we plane shifting or are
We can-
we?
We're plane shifting. Yes, we will be back on the material plane though.
When we would go to join hands, Callie would just like turn to Clack, making sure she's on the side of Clack with her mark on her hand. I know we share a birthday, and I've always thought of you as family, but now we really share the mark of siblings, and I'm really proud to call you my brother.
He's fully weeping.
And I'd put my hand out.
I've never had a sister, but I can't think of anybody better.
He gives you a big hug around your thigh.
I'd kneel for the hug. I'd give him a hug and then give him my hand to.
All right. So you all take hands.
Sorry, 1 sec here. So, Cinderfall is here.
Mhm.
Uh huh.
Nothing you just said we heard.
The
Temple.
temple's far
Temple.
away from
You've
Cinderfall.
never been to the temple.
No, I was gonna say. So we're gonna have to. We're going to have to. I've been to Cinderfall. I stopped in. And you, folks, were there.
Wait, wasn't the cauldron the temple?
No, you
were
landed
inside the vault.
inside. Yeah, you didn't land in the temple.
That's where my
It was a mishap.
my parents were.
But is the
Right.
cauldron closer to the temple than Cinderfall?
Like you weren't in the
Cinderfall.
Yeah.
Volcano.
King's Cauldron is the volcano.
We've never been to Cinderfall.
Yeah.
I've been to Cinderfall. Callie's been to Cinderfall,
Yeah,
and
some
Kale's
of
been
you
to
have.
Cinderfall. We've been there. We can get there.
Oh,
Oh,
so
cool.
we can just.
This is the
plane
other
shift
side of
there
the
right now.
island, basically. It's a bit
We
of a
just have to
travel.
trek through the jungle. That's all. Yeah. So let's go back to
I've
Cinderfall.
misunderstood, but I'm too tired.
Let's do it.
like,
All right.
Neppy knows. Neppy knows.
We plane shift ourselves to Cinderfall.
All right. So you head back to Cinderfall as you feel that familiar feeling
Yeah, we
once
can go
again.
straight.
As you land in the port town of Cinderfall, you see the kind of bustling market and bustling harbor, I should say, as people are kind of moving about. As you kind of abruptly arrive, you get a few looks, but it doesn't seem too out of the ordinary.
Oh, that's nice.
As Callie, you hear from your sending stone. Callie,
Yeah.
been trying to reach you.
Is everything
We just got-
alright?
Yes, but we just got word. Wirangdun has taken control of Sirangdun. They have claimed it as their own. I believe they have taken your friend Magrin.
mm,
They may have control of the forge.
mm-mm.
And that's where we're going to end it tonight.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Tim Carlson.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Tim
that's so-
Carlson.
Oh, that's
That's so bad. That's so bad.
Oh, that's so bad for so many reasons.
That's so bad.
Oh, and that's
We
not
gotta
bad
go
on,
there
like,
first now, right?
That's not bad on I'm a hero, I'm gonna save the world. That's like bad political
Yeah, it's, like, really
implications.
bad.
Fuck.
We gotta go there now, right?
Um,
I mean, we gotta go. We gotta go get Magrin. They're gonna be making all sorts of shit with the forge. We can't let them do that. Anyways, that's
So
Number one at the table.
actionable at the table.
Fucking AT-ATs over here.
Next week, yeah, AT-ATs, all of us. Next week, next Saturday is session 150
The end of our subathon.
of this campaign.
But that's
But
the only thing that's happening next week, right?
That's the only thing that's happening this week. It's episode 75 for us. This is a really cool, amazing milestone for this campaign. It has been going for so long, and I'm so excited that we get to bring that to you and do that at the end of our super stream drive. Up to like 7
I like
days.
this character.
You didn't need Jersey. That was pretty close. So like we are starting at noon Pacific Standard Time tomorrow, right here at Blackwater D&D. Please come hang out with us. We are going to be jumping. We'll be doing like a welcoming and hello, and we are jumping right into some one shots for like most of the day. You
Can I
will
give
see
him the pitch on the first one shot?
Yeah. Please lay it on us.
12 o'clock. We're doing a one shot called Tavern Brawl, in which we are playing as a group of some of us are playing as tavern owners at the fantasy tavern that like the dickhead player characters come through, and we're just trying to stop them from exploding the place as they go on their merry adventures.
Tavern will have hit die, and if the tavern dies,
damn. Then else in the afternoon we have the Arcane Autocorrect Academy, where we're going to be transforming a bunch of spells by changing one letter to them and seeing what happens. We
you can only cast a spell if you change, remove, or add one letter.
We love that. We also have
I would like to cast Fish at 9th level.
Do it.
I'd like to cast Mish at 9th level.
I ain't cat butt.
So much cat butt.
I would like to
Huge
cast.
cat.
I would like to cast Wish at 9th level, but I create a store that you can buy cheap and kind of useless shit at.
Save it for tomorrow. That's the goal.
Tavern
will
Brawl
also be-
followed by
That's gonna be so good.
Oops, all blowguns.
Oh yeah, Oops, All Blowguns is tomorrow.
This one
This is one shot blows.
Because we couldn't have two titles of Oops.
This one shot blows where there's an entire party that's only blowguns.
Only blowguns.
Then Arcane Autocorrect Academy, and then we also have Petch
Cemetery.
Cemetery, where whoever is in that one will all be playing Petch. Spooky. Oh,
It's very spooky. I don't like this, guys. I think we should leave.
I think it's fucking tight, dude. Let's go. I'll be playing the butch tough guy teenage.
We are going to be. It is a 48-hour minimum, so we are going to
48 hours
Tuesday at noon at the very least, and we will be hoping to traverse the rest of the week with all of you. Please.
My God.
Bring yourselves.
My
Your
God.
friends.
Bring your friends.
Make
please
your
bring-
dad use his Amazon Prime account
Yes.
to sign up for
Yes.
Twitch
Yeah.
Prime.
and follow us, and then also subscribe to us. Every dollar extends the stream by a minute, every sub by 5 minutes. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. This is so fucking cool that we get to play this
And
game.
shout out to Adam.
Yes.
Yeah. What? Sorry, I was.
Who is
totally
knee
kinda
deep
got-
still in
Totally.
editing. Shout out to Adam for
Thank
helming
you.
this amazing stream drive.
Thank you,
Shout out
Kay.
to and
Really
all of
shout
this, all of us here. We give you a big heartfelt thank you. So to end off our evening, when you go, if you ever choose to carve a heartstone with someone, please make sure that it is someone you care about and is someone who is going to make sure that you be
safe.
at noon tomorrow, everyone.
See you
Bye.
tomorrow.
Bye.